Okay, what's going on, everybody? Okay. That'll work. Let's get started. This is the Sunday show. Not gonna hold you long, roughly about 2-3 hours. We should be up out of here. And as soon as I find my watch, my phone, I can go put a nice timer in for that. And then we get up out of here roughly around 5:05, something like that. That'll be 3 hours and 3 minutes. Okay. My phone start beeping. I mean, we gotta get up out of here. Hopefully we don't go over time today. So we got 45 members on this channel right now. We're gonna go give a shout out to those guys. We're gonna give a shout out to the people that left super chats, and then we're gonna give a shout out to the chat itself, and then we will get started. So the first of the 45, we got Rebel Rick Gaming. Big shout out to you. You rejoined, so you got pushed to the front of the line. Then we got Ice Queen Gaming. We got SC2VYCE. I don't know who you are. I know you're new, but thank you for becoming a member of the channel. You're brand new. And we got Henry Heck, Lost Vein 105, True Witty, Arnold, Vegan VR King, OC Gaming, another account for SC2VYCE, Devontae Carter, iMan Rich the Swag Lord, Nova Red, Briarios, Quan Emerson, Nelson Gaming, JRO49, Dez, Press Alpha, Good Lord Hungry, Concord Hater. Oh, shit, that shit always make me laugh. GamerGoon53, Dynamite J, Uncompetitive, Dejon Thompson, DJ D, Mike Johnson, BMO Kelfel, Caution, Cursed Cow, Renal Blakely, Sub 24 with a new profile picture. About time. We got D Truth 49, Shadowmaster, Sicknick Mondo 16, Lorenzo Carlson, No Cap Podcast, Viper Reaps Corner, Always Mad Gaming, Cedric, VR God V, Cyber Dragon, Enzo, Caleb Kaiser, and Frostbite Slash. Big shout out to all 45 members of this channel. We're gonna go run on over to the super chat donations, and still a diverse list. Everybody's different. These are the 6 people that have donated through the super chat, and this will be Frostbite Slash, Viper Reaps Corner, JRO49, The Claymores, Anonymous Boss, and Briarios. One more time for the super chat donations: Frostbite Slash, Viper Reaps Corner, JRO49, The Claymores, Anonymous Boss, and Briarios. I'm gonna go run over and give a shout out to the chat, but I do want to write something down in the topics because I don't want to forget about this. It's a topic that's going to start a rant by me, obviously. And then, yeah, I don't know how crazy it's going to get. Okay. So I just wrote that down in the topics on Discord. If you're a part of our Discord page, you will be able to see that. By the way, if you guys have any topics, you can go write that down in the topic section of Discord. Or if you want to get a last minute topic, you can do a cheap super chat so we can hurry up and get that out the way. But we do have 3 major topics. They're in the title. And before we do that, let me finish the shout outs by giving a shout out to the people that are in the chat. Okay, so here we go. Alexander Clifton, you said, good evening, Jay. How you been doing? I just got back from vacation. I enjoyed myself in Oregon camp trip. Oh, you were? Yeah. I was like, man, did you go to military school or something? I saw the pictures. I was like, where is he? So you went to a Oregon camp trip. Okay. It looked fun. I'm glad you're safe. I'm glad you're back. Welcome back. That's Alexander Clifton. He is a member of this channel. I also have him as a friend on Facebook. He's a really, really cool dude. We got William Wildebeest back with us. What's going on, bro? Always good to see you. William Wildebeest is also a member. We have Uncompetitive. He's in the chat as well. He's a member as well as a mod. Sorry. Alexander Clifton and William Wildebeest, they're mods, not members. Sorry. And then we got Uncompetitive. He's a mod and a member. Henry is in the chat. He's a mod and a member. We got Lucci Sky. He's a mod. M Gene, don't know who that is. Welcome to the channel. We have Lucci Sky. He's a mod. And I read that over 2 times. There we go. Cedric, you're a mod and a member. We got D Nice. Where the hell did that go? D Nice, there you go. D Nice 41. He's in the chat. No status right now. Also, welcome to the channel. We also have Games for Eternity. He's in the chat. He's also a mod. We got Cooper Clips. He's in the chat. He's a mod. And who else we got? Count what a Quackula. Oh god, Halloween. What's going on, bro? And Fidel is also back. Both don't have statuses. We're gonna wait a little while, just maybe about 3 more minutes to see if anybody else gets in here and you want to shout out. Darren Miles is also in the chat. He just popped in. What's good with you too? Let's see what some of you guys have been saying. Waiting for a couple more people to get in the chat because I know you guys are gonna be here. So let's go see what some people are saying. Henry, you said JRPGs for Eternity is in the building. Cooper Clips, you said the PC version of Wukong is having problems. Can you elaborate on what problems? I was supposed to do a research project and I did not do that. I ended up trying to find some anime and doing a small workout, tiny workout. So I would love to know. My hand clamps over there. I would love to know what those problems are. So if you could tell me what those problems are, I would love it. I would really, really love it. So please, if you know what those issues are with the PC version, please spit it out and let me know so we can talk about that. One second. Fidel, you said the PC version is just very hard to run. There's a lot I want to say. Let's see if we can finish up the shout outs. It's almost 2:15. I'm just trying to be generous to make sure we get everybody in here that wanted a shout out. Anybody else wants a shout out? What's going on, Lorenzo Carlson? You're a mod and a member as well. But I think I already gave you a shout out up there. No, not really. You popped in late. Anybody else listening to the sound of my voice wants a shout out before we finish this segment? Mike Johnson, what's going on, bro? Haven't seen you in a while. Mike Johnson is with us. He is also a mod and a member. Yes, they did, and I did watch it. I watched all 11 minutes. That's why the show is gonna be fucking awesome. I mean, I don't really hype. I haven't hyped up a Sunday show in a while because, you know, I've been doing a lot of shit this summer. Oh yeah, we got some good shit to talk about. We got some really good shit to talk about. I also want to make sure you guys know one major thing. If you have not subscribed to this channel, subscribe. If you have, and I'm going to repeat this 8 fucking times. If you have subscribed to this channel, hit the notification. If you're a part of Twitter, you need to follow me on Twitter, which will be the real JayTV 4K60. If for some reason, you know, you're not following me on Twitter, but you're subscribed to me over here on YouTube, you want updates on what's going on, you head on over to the community section on my YouTube page, and trust me, I am always posting over there any red alerts. Even if I'm not going live with those red alerts, I make sure you guys are up to date on the major news. If that's not good enough for you, you can join our Discord, which I'm going to make sure we have the Discord. The reason why I'm saying all of this today is because this week is going to be a huge fucking week when it comes to the console war. It is going to have a lot of high level announcements. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to generate a new Discord code to join our Discord. All of us participate in sharing news. There's no selfish shit going on in our Discord. We all share news, video games, food, models, all we got all types of sections for everything. But I'm telling you, it's going to be a fucking crazy week. It's going to be a crazy ass week. Okay. I think we're good. I'm going to go post this link. So that's our link right there. Trying to click the link so I can pin it. Come on. I would love that. I really love to pin that fucking link, buddy. Is that what? There we go. Did it not pin? Maybe they were right about that. First I thought it was a computer. Maybe it's not the computer. There we go. So the link is pinned. We're all good. And I'm gonna get some people up in here during the stream. Okay, let's get started with the show. Thank you guys. Okay. Okay, somebody named Jimmy is trying to join the Discord. Who's Jimmy? Underscore K10, you're in there, but you gotta be verified. We don't really do a lot of PC fans. We've had too many PC fans infiltrate our Discord and hack it and shit like that. So you're in there. You're in PC mode, so you're barely gonna see anything. You gotta verify. And verify means PlayStation account, stuff like that, all that. But you're in there. Don't worry. Henry, you just found out his real name is Jimmy? Okay. Okay. Which is, Jimmy is short for James, so I guess his name is like James or something. Or Jim. It could be Jim. Makes sense. Yeah, he's in safe mode. Yeah, he's in there. He's just in safe mode. He can't see anything and stuff like that. Gotta verify you. I saw you pop up. You already know I know what your profile picture is about. I don't really take lightly to that, so we got to be real cautious. Anybody else hopping in our Discord, you need to let me know what your name is. Ice Queen Gaming, what's going on? So I'm Jimmy. You just tried to join, but I'm not getting a confirmation from anybody in the chat who Jimmy is. Okay, so if you can't confirm who you are in the chat, you're not getting into the Discord today. It's very, very simple. Like, we just need to ID some people. We ain't open that shit all the way up. So, let's get started with, we'll get started with Black Myth. We'll talk about Forza a little bit later. And obviously, Gamescom 2024 predictions. I didn't have enough space to put predictions, so I just said 2024. We'll talk about all things Gamescom. Let's get this waiting screen off and let's go dive into Black Myth. So I had it changed up a little bit. I had watched a little bit of Black Myth. It was today. I'm trying to see where it was. Shit. Was it today? Was it yesterday? I don't even know. I know I watched Black Myth. And maybe it was on my phone. I thought it was on YouTube. I could have swore I watched it on YouTube. Nope. I did not watch it on YouTube. But I watched it. It was on Twitter. Never mind. It was on Twitter. So it was like a PlayStation BB or whatever. You know that that it's basically like a Chinese YouTube channel or whatever, YouTube website. So I had watched it over there. Yeah. So I think this right here is it. We're gonna go watch this. Okay. Now I'm currently in the live streaming chat, so if uncompetitive, anybody want to jump in? I know Afro said he'll be joining in later, and Truity, I don't know where the fuck Truity is, but he probably either at church or asleep. I'll go check it out. Okay, so from what I'm hearing in the chat, this isn't confirmed until I can confirm it, right? I want to see more research on this, and I want to see some play test on this. But from what I'm hearing, they're saying that Black Myth Wukong runs better on PlayStation 5 than on PC. I would assume because not all PCs are the same, and every PlayStation is the same, which means a console game would be way more optimized than a PC game, and that's always how it has been. it makes perfect sense. I will also say that I looked up and did research on the history of the story or the fable behind the Black Myth Wukong video game. And from what I've understood, especially this part where he's fighting, he went to heaven to pick a fight. Just know that the original story, he was fucked up. The Monkey King was fucked up. He was fucking basically evil. He wanted immortality. He went to heaven to kick everybody's ass and kill all the gods. It's like a God of War story. That's how it was. Now, it doesn't look like it's changing that much, but then, you know, when I was looking at the video, they said that you may be playing a different Monkey King or Shadow, because he was like Naruto, where he had a Shadow clones, and they said that one of the Shadow clones was self-aware or whatever. I don't know how all of this goes down. It's fucking awesome to me, though. We all know of the Monkey King. We've seen him many times. He's inspired. He inspired Goku from the original Dragon Ball series. But yeah, man, think of it like a little bit like God of War to a degree. If you like God of War, I think you'll like the story behind this. But he didn't take the gods out one by one. He fought all of them at one time. Like, that's how overpowered he was. This shit gonna be wild, bro. They said this the first 11 minutes. I'm not gonna go too far into it because I'm making my decision on picking the game up, and probably make that decision on pre-ordering the game tomorrow. So I want to see how some other shit lines up. But yeah, I do want to let you guys know, like, just looking at the history, yeah, he seemed to be like a Kratos type of motherfucker. However, he was way more overpowered than Kratos because he went to heaven to pick a fight with everybody, so he could steal the secret of immortality. Because he was a monkey, he played a lot of tricks and stuff like that. You do have the shadow clone technique that I had talked about, that maybe one of the monkeys you play as is a younger version of him, or they said he could take one of his hairs out and make monkeys out of just a strand of his hair. That was one of his abilities in the mythology. So one of the monkeys you play as may not even be the real Monkey King. It may just be a strand of his hair. I mean, it's so awesome, man. I sat there and watched the whole fucking video. It's so fucking crazy. Now, we are looking at a version of the Monkey King that does not have the classic, what is that shit? The little headband thing. So, I still don't know if this is the real Monkey King or just a strand of his hair. I will say the graphics on this shit look really, really good. Unreal is, again, still one of my top favorite third-party engines ever. Now, I'm not sure if he's fighting God right here. I forgot what person he's fighting right now. Now, you look at this game and you kind of think, oh shit, it's like a Souls game, but it's moving a lot quicker. But the enemies' movements are Souls-like with their animations. There you go. Look at that. He's doing the clone jitsu. He did the clone jitsu. He took a strand of his hair and made multiple clones. Oh, that is so fucking awesome. I think watching this video is going to make me pick this game up. I wanted to wait. That's why I wanted to wait. I needed to see some gameplay running on the PlayStation. Fuck running on PC. I know, you know, when it comes to the glamour, you're going to be able to show it off good on PC. But I want to see that shit running on PlayStation because that's where I play my games. Nice. Dodge is good. Parry's good. Woohoo! Nice! He climbs up on the stick. Oh man, that's so fucking dope. That's so fucking cool. Oh yeah. You know what? I've seen enough. That's day one. Yep. Yeah. That's a day one. What game you said? If you brought and Ronin Iki, you'll buy this. Ronin? What? Bro. Okay. I don't know if you misspelled that or what, but let me go search what you said. Let me see what you said right there. I never heard of that Ronin Iki. What is that? KKO? What's this? Katana Tournament. I never heard of this game ever in all of my life. Nope. Nah, I ain't. Nah, I didn't don't know this game. It's something new to me. Oh, excuse me. Let's give a little update on what's going on when it comes to one second. Okay, cool. Okay, back to the show. So this is what we have for pre-orders. And this is what has happened after the reviews. So after the reviews, and this is what I have noticed, and this is facts, this is all real shit. We don't really deal with made up bullshit. What we're seeing here is that Call of Duty, the $100 version of the game, is at number 1 on pre-orders. Now, you can say because Black Myth is coming out in 2 days that it's number 2 and 3, but you can also say that people were satisfied enough with the reviews and with gameplay that they said, fuck that, I'm picking that shit up. The story of the Monkey King, we've known the story of the Monkey King outside of China for so long, right? We all know the story. So it's a pretty established character, the Monkey King, and I don't think we've ever had a game quite as rich in history and lore as this version of him. So yeah, it's sitting at number 2 and 3. I think the price is good, $60. It's running on Unreal Engine 4, I believe. The game has been in development since last generation, so you know they didn't want to break anybody's pockets with that. They do have a digital deluxe, which is $70, so only $10 more. I think they did good with the pricing. I don't think it's anything bad. Obviously, we have Football Club number 4, and then another version of Call of Duty for number 5. And then the second row, you have Dragon Age, all the versions of the NBA 2K games, makes sense. And then you have the Ultra edition of Space Marine. So, you know, when it comes to the games I'm picking up for the rest of the year, like they do have some games here that I said I was gonna pick up, which would be Black Myth Wukong and then Space Marine. So that's pretty dope. Everything else can wait. I already have Astrobot pre-ordered, and yeah, that's how that's going. So yeah, that's it for me. You said it's Unreal Engine 5. Okay, but didn't it start with 4? It might be 5. It might be 5. But I'll search that. I'll let me go to it. Cause I think it was 4. Could be wrong. Game Science. Now the question here is: it Unreal ground up on Unreal Engine 5, or is it Unreal Engine 4 transferred to Unreal Engine 5? Because I remember when they made Unreal Engine 5, they told all developers how easy it would be to transfer their game over. That didn't seem to be 100% true, as we see a lot of performance issues when it comes to Unreal Engine 5. Yes, it is a gorgeous engine, but the performance problems still persist. Look at that. He takes the stick out of his ear. Fucking legend. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. I think it's gonna do pretty well. But as far as a smash hit, we're gonna see. It's gonna be word of mouth. That's gonna be like what really sells this game. It's gonna be the word of mouth. It's gonna be the gameplay by real gamers. It's also gonna be word of mouth and gameplay by high level content creators that we can actually trust. So that's really what it's gonna be about. Let's see. I'll just go ask Google real quick, but I thought it was Unreal Engine 4, but you might be right about Unreal Engine 5. What engine is Black Myth Wukong running on?
According to Wikipedia, Black Myth Wukong is scheduled to release for PlayStation 5 and PC, Windows on August.
Oh my.
What engine? It's running on Unreal Engine 5. Black Myth Wukong. Heavy use of AI upscaling via either DLSS, FSR, or TSR to squeeze the best possible performance out of the gaming rig. Yeah. Now, this is the weirdest thing. You know, Unreal is made on a PC. Most PC fans believe Unreal runs better on PC. All Unreal engines. And Yeah, it does still seem that Unreal Engine 5 gives the PC gamers more performance issues than consoles. Now, I would also think that most devs aren't going to let you know if they migrate over anymore, because I mean that's a selling point. But when they started marketing this game, I don't think they really talked about having Unreal Engine 5, because Unreal Engine 5 wasn't even a fucking thing when they were doing that shit. And I think they were still running on 4. But they migrated. It definitely seems like they migrated, because that's why they switched for the upgrade. I think they did a damn good job though. I will say this again. Very interesting that this game's running on PlayStation, and they had to delay or maybe cancel the Xbox version because it's so fucking weak over there. I don't know, man. I think they can count their losses. Yeah, I think they can count their losses. I think it'll be all right. Yeah, I think it'll be all right. I don't think they need to think about releasing this game on Xbox. No. Fuck that. Yeah, Chinese. There you go. Right there. A Chinese fantasy novel from 1592. The Journey to the West. I looked at a whole YouTube video about that. Such a great, crazy fucking story. But yeah, man, he's a Kratos type. He's doing some bad shit. And you're playing as a person that you think is a good guy, but he's doing some pretty bad shit in the novel. Now the game is inspired by the novel, but not it's not like word for word, event by event. They're changing some stuff, obviously. Whew. This game looks 18 times better than anything on Xbox.
But not Game Pass.
Well, I mean, I know you sell Game Pass and Game Pass accessories, so that kind of makes sense.
Yeah, man. I know the best. I know Game Pass is better than anybody. And I ain't even got an Xbox.
Well, you should go buy one.
Yeah. Maybe I should.
Sell those car windows. You don't need that shit.
I already did, actually. That's why you never hear them anymore. I already sold them. Nah, but so with Black Myth, right? I think what you were saying about it being based off of the original story or whatever, with some twists, obviously, right? For our entertainment purposes. I think there is going to be like a clone version of him, because I remember seeing the trailer. I saw a different monkey that wasn't quite him. So I'm assuming that the original story, is going to be based on that other monkey that went up to heaven to kill everybody. And he's being framed, and they're attacking him because they think that he did it, but it was his clone or twin or whatever that's actually doing this.
Well, I mean, we don't know the one in the armor. We don't know that the one in the armor is not the original one, because when we first got introduced to Black Myth Wukong, there was obviously a younger monkey that looked like he was just a noob. This one right here, the one that's with the blue garbs, no armor. He looked like he was just fresh.
Right.
And the video I was watching on YouTube said that might have been one of the strands of his hair that just broke away and just did his own thing. And that was many, 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 many years before he went to attack heaven.
Okay.
but then you also play as other versions of the monkey. Because there's a story in the story, like, yeah, there's multiple versions of him that branched off and did other shit. But the major one, the one that goes to attack heaven, is only one story of that main Monkey King attacking heaven.
Okay. You know, it makes me wonder: are they gonna make you use multiple versions of?
Yes, I assume that you gotta be going through different time periods of the story. You see this one right here with the blue shit. Like he looks like this one is on Earth, like he's getting shit done. But then again, in the what's name, you know, you'll probably have to do like a origin story playthrough where he's gonna be on Earth and fighting certain people to unlock the legendary skills that he learns as the Monkey King, so that he can get shit done. He does. I like that he gets to transform into different monsters that he defeats, and he can use all of their skills. Yeah, it's fucking crazy when you think about it. Like, we've never really had a game like that before. I've had games where you transform into other monsters or you use other monsters like Elden Ring, but on this quality level, never.
What I really like about the game, from what I've seen so far, obviously the combat's good, but the spectacle, right, of the game itself, the cinematics, like them shits is pretty up there, man. Pretty up there. I don't know if I'm picking it up day one just yet, but we shall see. I haven't decided 100% yet if I'm going to do that, but I might wait a little longer just to see. But yeah, either way, I'm looking forward to playing it. I know that. Whether it's when it releases or later in the year.
Hi.
What's going on competitive?
I'm sorry I couldn't come soon. I was in the shower.
No, it's alright.
So, I put in 3 videos in topics, and you're not to share them because of copyright music.
That makes sense.
But they are all to do with this legend. So there is the TV series Monkey.
Oh, okay.
Right, which if you've not seen it, it's really good. And I used to watch it as a
child. Oh yeah, that was Enslaved was based off of the Monkey King. I forgot about that.
And then there was Enslaved by Ninja Theory, and that's loosely based on it. And then there is Damon Albarn's ballet, which is a drama.
Obviously Dragon Ball
stage, and he was the front guy of Gorillaz, the pop group Gorillaz, and he was in Blur. If you know the music of Blur. And he comes from Colchester, which is a city I live in. So that's pretty interesting. Well, for me, anyway.
Yeah, there's also like movies
that's pretty fucking fire, bro. Like, oh shit.
There's a movie about the Monkey King. There's like little indie games about the Monkey King.
Let me show y'all something, because y'all know I was on Monster Hunter all weekend. Let me show you what I saw on Monster Hunter. Let me just show y'all what I found on Monster Hunter for the cat. And when I saw this shit for the cat, I was like, oh my goodness, that shit is fucking wild. Hold on. Was it here? Never mind. I gotta scroll all the way up. I knew I took a picture of. There it is. Right here. So the cat had an armor where he was dressed like the legendary Monkey King. With the staff and everything. So I mean, this story is legendary. This is a bigger game than I even thought. Like, we already knew it was big, because of like all the action and graphics, but it for the history and the story of this game, it's huge. It's huge.
Yeah.
It's going to do numbers.
This game's gonna sell like crazy in China, bro.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah,
Definitely. It's definitely gonna sell good in China.
Because the headband is what keeps them enslaved, isn't it?
I don't know.
Oh yeah. You see, Tripitaka can squeeze it.
Oh yeah. I forgot. Okay, yeah, that's right. And maybe that's why he's not wearing the headband multiple times, because I didn't know what the headband was all about until I saw that video. And now I understand why you don't see him with the headband all the time. The legendary headband.
You see, in topics, without playing it or anything, you'll see the first video is Tripitaka wearing a kind of pale yellow hat. Right? It's his job to take, I think, the Diamond Sutra from China to the West. And that is the thing that Buddha wrote. And they're like ambassador for Buddhism. Alright? This is like the most important thing, like the Bible of Eastern religion, and they are entrusted with it, and they're taking it into the West, and they need a bodyguard, and they get a monkey to be the bodyguard, and they force this ring around its head, and then they can have it squeeze it until he complies with the job, because he doesn't want to do it. And I used to fancy this character, and I was like, I don't know, 5 years old, and it was the first character I'd ever fancied, right? And I was like, oh, this is bad, because this is a boy, right? Turns out that it was played by a girl. So I was like, oh, and I found that out. I was like, oh, I'm not gay.
Yeah. Lucci Sky said that Jet Li did a movie.
They pick a female actor to play a boy quite often because they don't age out of the role, you see.
Jet Li, Monkey King. Yeah, the Forbidden Kingdom. Oh, I saw that. I saw that once.
What, you mean there's a Jet Li film?
Yeah, it's from 2008. It's called The Forbidden Kingdom.
Oh, right.
Yeah, he played the Monkey King, yeah.
I've seen it.
I've seen that one before. I haven't watched the whole thing, but I've seen it before. It's so many, bro. The story is so legendary. So many. Like if you just go right here and just say Monkey King, if you put Monkey King on PlayStation, you will find a lot of shit. Monkey.
Oh, Jackie Chan as well.
If you just put Monkey King, you will see. Let me see. Monkey King here. I wanted to get this one. This one right here. Monkey King Hero is back. I always wanted to pick that game up. And obviously I never did. But I wanted to pick this game up. And this was, as you can see, kind of based on the story of the Monkey King. And again, he's fighting through when he's not that big of a monkey to when he becomes the Monkey King. And I think that's what's going to go down here, is that we're going to be playing the story of before he was the Monkey King all the way up to, and maybe even past, from what I heard, past when he's the Monkey King. Kind of like a Kratos story where you're doing favors for Ares until you defeat Ares, until you go after Zeus, until after you take down Olympus, and then you continue in Norse mythology. But it's going to be in one game. They said this game is going to be huge. And here's Wukong. This is another video game based off of the Monkey King story. This looks a little like Crash Bandicoot. I'm just pointing out all of these to let you guys know how crazy it was. The Crown of Wu. This seems to be another Monkey King video game. Oh yeah, look at this one. This is
oh god, who's in it?
Look at that.
Okay, less said about that the better.
Yep. So this is another Monkey King video game that we have on PlayStation. Because again, it's such a legendary story. Monkey King, Master of the Clouds. This is more like a pixelated version of a game of the Monkey King story, like all the way back in the Super NES age. So yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot, man. Obviously I don't think we have a game based off of Dragon Ball, but we have Dragon Ball Z. But Dragon Ball Goku, the original, was loosely based on the Monkey King story. But and then look at this right here. We had a Little Big Planet Monkey King costume for Little Big Planet back in the day, all the way in 2009. You know, like, hey man, it's crazy. This motherfucker is just. Oh, and then he was also in For Honor. They added him, Monkey King Wukong, right here. He was in For Honor. So he's been in a lot of places. He's really been in a lot of places. So we got yet another game. Wukong, Black Myth Wukong. Netflix has a lot of shows and movies. Yeah. I bet they do. They probably got a shitload of shows and movies based off of them. It's a day one. This is certified day one. I might be there day one. I may not be, but I'm gonna be there this year. But I'm gonna check the funds and everything. That shit looks fucking fire though. Now, we don't really know. Like, I want to see if how this shit's running. The first 30 minutes. I really want to know how this shit runs on PC, because for right now I think there's an embargo and you can't run it on PC. But yeah, shit. Digital Foundry, I don't know if they're gonna do it now or they're gonna wait. You know, Digital Foundry, they be on some really weird shit. Oh wow, they really did do the meme thing. You know when Wolverine is looking at the picture frame from X-Men? I didn't know they really did it. They really did it. That shit is, oh, that's funny as shit. That's the funniest shit I've ever. That's funny as fuck. It would have been better if he had the mask on, obviously, but damn, that's funny as fuck. Okay. You said the first two chapters that's been shown has been on PC. Yeah, but that's them running it. You know what I'm saying? It's a big difference between the company running it and knowing that they have to run it good to promote and market the game versus your average PC gamer running the game on their potato rig. So that's what I want to see. And I don't think we're going to see that until the embargo lifts, which will be Tuesday. I'm going to go take a look at this game I've been waiting for. This is another day one. This was always a day one. From what we're hearing right now, this is going to the PlayStation Plus catalog day and date on September 17th. Do I feel some type of way about that? Yes, because I wanted to buy and own it. Will I play it through Plus? Yes, I will. There's a reason that it's going to Plus. I don't know why, other than to get more people on this game. But this game looks like it's really good. Now, one of the other major things is this game is coming out on the 17th. It's cutting it a little close to the Call of Duty hype, which is coming out in October. So you, as a small dev or a smaller game, you're going to need all the help you can get. And if this is one of the ways that they want more people to play this game, then I guess it is what it is. The game won't be going to Game Pass day and date, and it won't be going to any other service day and date. PlayStation has an exclusive contract to have this game on Plus day and date. It will be going to other platforms at the same time. It just won't be on their service. It's similar to what PlayStation just did with the Harry Potter Quidditch, which is also going day and date to the monthly PlayStation Plus. So PlayStation definitely looks like they're ramping up their day one PlayStation Plus deals. This game right here is very, very similar to your classic Zelda game from the Super NES and the Game Boy Advance and Game Boy and shit like that. So you already know I'm a sucker for the classic Zelda games. So I want this. I want this so bad. I could not wait. One of the reasons why I like this game is because it has 2D and you're doing 2D and then you can switch to 3D, and it has a lot of Easter eggs from different video games that we used to know and love. So again, I can't wait for this. So I guess right here, this is when it's like 2D and then it goes to 3D. They push him out of the 2D book and then he goes into 3D and he's in this kid's room and he's just jumping around and shit. And you know how much I love these type of games, the little small soldiers type, Zelda types. It's a dream come true. I don't give a fuck how old I am. I'm never gonna get tired of these types of games. So very excited. I can't wait for it. It's definitely very under the radar. I don't believe there's any type of marketing, which is kind of sad. That kind of makes sense why it's going day and date to Plus. But like not everybody's gonna have money and stuff to market their game on the level of Call of Duty, especially when your game is coming out right next to Call of Duty and has a 100% chance of being overshadowed by the pre-hype of Call of Duty. So, with that being said, you kind of know what it is. I gotta remember what's going on next week so I can make sure we have the proper amount of live streams for when we need it. I don't think we're gonna go live Tuesday. You might see a game cast from me tomorrow, but I don't think that we're gonna go live Tuesday because we're going live on Wednesday.
Is Tuesday when Gamescom is?
No, Wednesday is when Gamescom is.
Oh, right. Well, it makes better sense to do it then.
I think. Said 3 days. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And that would be Tuesday. We got a confirmation from Capcom that they have a big trailer for Monster Hunter Wilds in 3 days. Let me go see when the opening night live is. Let me go see. Opening night live. Because I'm trying to figure out if it is Tuesday or if it's Wednesday. Because I need to know so I can be available for you guys to cover that shit.
Who's this character?
This character on screen?
Well, the one with big arms.
Oh, that's the main character. It's like one of the mini games. It's kind of like a throwback to Punch Out from the NES.
Okay.
Let's see.
Sure it's not the Queen?
You say what?
Are you sure it's not the Queen?
I don't know. It seems to be the main character, but not really sure. Okay, opening night live. Okay, never mind. Okay. So Jeff Keighley's opening night live is Tuesday.
Flash was a mountain troll.
Shit. It is Tuesday. It is Tuesday. But we're not gonna do like a game cat. We're not gonna do a news and update. We'll just do the coverage of the shit because it is Tuesday.
It's boring to watch these things live.
It is, and that's what I want to do. I want to do a Wednesday roundup. Maybe that's what we should do.
And if you wait until after, you get better quality.
Yeah, the better quality trailers.
I don't know. I'm not really that sold on this.
I am, because these are just my type of games.
It seems a bit like, okay, they've got this clever idea of doing this visual thing of 3D and 2D, but I mean they've already done it in Super Mario Odyssey, because that's 3D and then you can walk on a wall.
Oh yeah, they did do that. Yeah.
So
but
it has been done before.
It has been done, but this time
not this kind of way around, which is I suppose an innovation. And then you've got, I mean, the actual activities seem to be the same regardless of whether you're on the flat or in the world. Because like you're walking around a constrained walled map. Sometimes there's some trees around, but doesn't really make a lot of difference because you're stuck on a page. And then you run into some enemies and you hit them with a sword, and there's like a couple of them on the screen, and then you're on to the next page. And then you get off the page, and what's the first thing that happens? You're running into a couple of enemies and slashing them with the sword. And I'm just thinking, well, look, you're in a new environment, shouldn't you be switching things up now? Because of the extra dimension. At least jump on their heads or something. You've now got the third dimension to jump in, right?
Bro, I hear what you're saying, but
I don't know. I'm thinking.
Oh, it's not. I'll say this. On competitive, everything you're saying is right, and that's why this game isn't for everyone. And this is why they're gonna need the additional help from Plus.
Make proper use of the fact that it is 3D, and maybe what they're going to do is they're going to do like I saw one thing where it looked like they had a Magic the Gathering card and then some character like jumped into it to do kind of RPG turn battle mini game. And I thought, oh okay. So it's like that wasn't like they were standing on the flat thing and the vantage was looking down on this book that was sort of parallelogram shaped. It was like looking up at a card that was straight to the screen.
Dominic Barr, you said what's up with all the ads? Man, you gotta blame YouTube on that shit.
So you're seeing the character not from above but standing up, and they had a kind of nicely painted character like you'd have on a Magic the Gathering card that you were attacking, but when you enter their world, in the world of the card, which is two-dimensional but a vertical orientation, then that is a different way of setting that up. I mean, in a way it's a little bit like Nier Automata, because Nier Automata kept on throwing in lots and lots of different ways of making a game with lots of different points of view, aerial perspective, first-person shooter, that kind of thing. Third-person platformer, and it kept on reusing the same elements, but moving the camera in a different location, and like saying, well, we can present it like this, and if you do this, it's a bullet hell, and if you do this, it's a this, and that was full of ideas.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
I'm looking at this and thinking, given that this is like the first trailer, I'm not like astonished by it having lots of ideas. It's obviously got an idea, but it's not doing a whole huge amount with it. And if it is, the game does, they're not showing it. That's what I'm saying.
Well,
I would imagine it does more than that.
I think it does more than the IGN video. Because that was an IGN preview.
I can't imagine you go to that much trouble to go to all that effort to make that game with that, what would be a new engine, right? You'd have to build the whole thing to be able to do what it does. And then you go off and say, yeah, we're just going to have you slashing things with a sword, regardless of where you are. That would just be, what's the point?
Well, see, I'm trying to explain it, but you're going deeper than it is, right? So it's a Zelda type, right? So that's how Zelda was back then. Like, you just slash shit. I don't think it means to take any aspect of what you're talking about too seriously. It's just like a small indie fun game.
I'll hold off and not be too denigrating.
No, you can, but it's an indie game. It's not trying to go after Game of the Year.
What I'm saying is that they're making a mistake with the trailer they're showing, or whoever's cut the trailer, whether it's IGN, they're cutting gameplay together. And they're misrepresenting maybe what might be a more interesting game if they showed off the more interesting aspects. But I've not seen them, so I can only go by what I've seen.
Yeah. We got...
More. I mean, when I initially saw Cyberpunk, I didn't like the look of it. Right?
Yeah.
So it's like, I thought the colors were... I thought the whole thing looked depressing, and I thought, I was looking forward to someone doing a game that was set in a kind of Blade Runner world, and they've come along and done it at a huge cost, and I don't like it, and I'm really disappointed. Because now, if this will flop, and no one will bother to make another one. Right? So, but I mean, it did improve. They got the bugs fixed. They spent a whole load of extra money on it and got the bugs fixed, and then added extra content, and it's quite a lot better now. But it's still not really what I'm into. There was a game that Sick Human was playing that I got as well, which is all about people's lives being extended and borrowing bodies and stuff. I think it's, what's it called? No One Lives Forever or something. Is that right? No. But that is very like Blade Runner. Do you know the game I mean?
No.
Well, it's a sort of like you're playing a detective and you're in a kind of retro future world in flying cars, and it's raining all the time, and it's a big sort of flying balloons with adverts on and stuff. And you're thinking, well, this is Blade Runner, straight up Blade Runner, and it's really, really impressive, you know.
Do you mind if we go to the next topic?
Sure.
We got only, I wanted to do 3 hours for this.
Yeah.
So we're first of all, we're gonna go. Lucci, I saw your DMs. I was trying to patiently wait for my buddy Adam. Sorry, not Adam. Uncompetitive to finish. So we got the confirmation that Bully. It's a rumor right now, but they say Bully has been rated for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, PS4, Xbox One, and PC in Taiwan, alluding to the fact that there is a Bully remaster in the works, but nothing has been confirmed by Rockstar Games. But when we normally get these ratings from Taiwan or other countries, it normally comes out to be true. So if this has been rated in Taiwan and opening night live is Tuesday, kind of put 2 and 2 together, we may see Bully. How do they do Bully in 2024? We're not going to dive into that. We don't have time to talk about that now. We'll talk about that at the end of the show, because I know Uncompetitive can go on forever, but I do not believe that it will be the Bully we know and love, even in remastered form, because we're living in an age of sensitivity. However, we're kind of on the tail end of the age of sensitivity, and a lot of people are coming back around to say, yeah, we can't do that. We can't make money off of that sensitivity stuff no more. But we'll talk about that. I got a soundbite for you guys. I want you guys to listen to this. This is from Digital Foundry. Again, big shout out to Lucci Sky, which is continuously spamming me information in my DMs on Twitter. And it says Digital Foundry believes that Xbox games will eventually be available on PlayStation. So I'm going to go play the soundbite for you guys. So go listen up. I'm going to lower the remix so you guys can hear this clear. So if you're not here on the channel, but you're listening in, you might want to come back to the channel. I'm going to go tone this remix down to 11. And then we're going to go get this audio.
So much publishing. Next news story.
Here we go.
Next news story. Yeah, basically, this seems to be like happening every few weeks, every couple of months. But rumors abounded on X/Twitter this week that Forza Horizon 5 would be coming to PlayStation consoles. We can't really comment on whether Forza Horizon 5 is coming to PlayStation consoles, but I'd say it's probably likely. Why not? The game's been out for a few years now. It's an excellent game. I don't think Microsoft stands to lose anything by putting it onto PlayStation in the same way they didn't really lose anything by expanding the Sea of Thieves community. From my perspective, I mean, the firm is a multi-platform publisher at this point, and the fact that they're acquiring studios that are multi-platform in nature and have to be for their financial survival, Activision Blizzard King, for example, it basically means that the majority of their content is going out onto all systems anyway. So, a few titles here and there isn't going to really make much difference.
Yeah, when you have so much publishing power, you can't really afford to limit it to just one platform, especially when that platform is not like the market leader.
I feel like people who are Xbox fans would, maybe be a bit stung by that. But I think ultimately it's better to say, you know what, we will have our own exclusive games, but they will eventually come to other platforms, and that's okay. I think that's fair enough. In terms of Forza Horizon 5 specifically, it's an amazing game. It's probably one of the best Microsoft games that they've ever done.
Yep.
So it should be on more places.
Phil Spencer, for example, he's talking about the concept of the subsidized console model not really working anymore. It's not expanding the audience.
Subsidized box model clearly still works. It's just not working for them anymore.
Right.
Damn, that's some devastating shit. It's still really working. It's just not working for them. There's definitely a topic here that we need to talk about, and I guess this is the best time to talk about this topic. Is that, and I had talked to Afro on the phone for quite a bit today, and I told him that I wanted to talk about this topic that I don't feel enough PlayStation gamers have talked about in the console war, but I believe enough time has passed and enough facts are out. You can go back and look at history and actually see that I'm telling the truth. For 3 generations, Xbox has held back PlayStation. 3 generations. The PS3 was a better overall console than the Xbox 360. Was more powerful, better technology, had more abilities. PS4, we already know about that. PS4 was a better system than the Xbox One. PS5 is a better all-around system than the Xbox Series X and S. So when you look at all of that, you kind of understand that PlayStation had better systems than Xbox. You take into account the third-party multi-platform games that are by third-party developers that neither Sony or Microsoft owned at that specific time period. And those developers made games that were being able to be played on all platforms, right? But they had to develop them on the biggest boys platform. So, PlayStation, Xbox, those games are definitely going to be on those platforms. Well, they're ports, right? Or, of a PC code. And you got to make sure it runs on Xbox. You got to make sure it runs on PlayStation. If you didn't have to worry about the shortcomings of, let's say, the Xbox 360 with DVD 9 disc, less memory than a Blu-ray disc, then you could have made your game bigger. You could have made it even look better. But you had to develop it first on Xbox because Xbox was the first console out and it had bigger market share for a good amount of the generation. So PlayStation gamers had to suffer with a downgraded vision of a game by a third-party developer because Xbox 360 was weaker than the PS3. Again, fast forward to the PS4 versus Xbox One. PS4 was more powerful than the Xbox One. So PlayStation had to deal with downgraded versions of multi-platform games because Xbox One wasn't powerful enough to give these third-party developers the what they needed to make a better game. Now you fast forward to this generation, PS5 versus Xbox Series X and S. Xbox Series S by itself is holding not only the PS5 back, but the Xbox Series X back because it is so weak. And you have to develop your game on the Xbox Series S or Microsoft won't let you put it on the X. So you're going to hold back your own platform as well as our platform because you thought it was a good idea to make a weak, cheaper entry-level console to get more of the market share, which it didn't work. And you thought that was good. You thought that was good for everybody. Just like you thought it was a good idea to buy Bethesda, even though you couldn't handle them, and you started closing down all their studios when they didn't produce any results. So, I mean, Xbox really has shit the bed. They've held a lot of people back, but the worst things they've done is to downgrade PlayStation gamers' experience when it comes to multi-platform third-party titles. Ice Queen Gaming, what's going on? Always Mad Gaming, also what's going on? Monte White, you said more interesting to you. You gotta stop speaking so broadly, uncompetitively. Those your personal opinions. Yeah. But yeah, man. I don't think we talk about it enough. We do not talk about how Xbox has held back PlayStation from getting better multi-platform games because of the system being so weak, and developers have to develop on that system, and they have to take into account the shortcomings of those different Xbox systems from those 3 generations that I just talked about.
Can I say something?
Yeah, sure.
Everything I say is my opinion. Right? So if it comes out of my mouth, I'm saying it because I just said it. So what I tend to do is I tend to not say in my opinion or in my humble opinion and then say something in my opinion. I just speak. Obviously, it's my opinion. Okay, I don't need to go around putting an asterisk on everything. And I could be wrong, and I could be misinformed, and the game could be really good. And I was saying, it's probably a bad trailer. So don't get all touchy about it. If you want to go and buy it, I'm not stopping you. I'm not stopping him. I'm not stopping Jay here from getting it. He's going to get it.
Yeah, exactly. You guys already know me. People can talk shit about it. Any and every game that I want, and I will get it day one.
Yeah, exactly.
that I could care less.
You know, it's silly. It's silly to sort of say, try and police me and sort of say, stop speaking so broadly. Like, what?
Xbox has held
it wasn't
back
like
the
I was
whole
saying
gaming
all
industry.
Japanese games are bad. Right? I mean, Jonathan Blow was at a conference. The guy did The Witness and Braid, and he said all Japanese games were bad. And I'm like, what now? That's a massive sweeping generalization. You can't get away with saying that. You got a lot of pushback on it. So that is the wrong thing to do. You don't say something like that. I don't.
I just want to read off some stuff for Black Myth Wukong. This is not a part of the timestamp for Black Myth Wukong, but it is pertaining some information. We're still going to talk about Xbox holding back everybody, but I wanted to read off these details. The game will run better at launch. It has 81 bosses in total. It takes 35 to 50 hours for the first playthrough, 100 plus hours for 100% of the game. Western media only discovered 60% of the game. It has a secret final boss that exceeds every expectation, which means the game has some sort of difficulty that most game journalists won't be able to overcome, and that you, the gamer, will have more skill than the journalist, and you will overcome those challenges, and you will see the final ending and fight the extra boss that they say will exceed every expectation. So they're very confident, and I love this because it's like, hey, some of these journalists are putting out bad reviews for Black Myth Wukong, and basically the developer is saying most of these motherfuckers only play 60% of the game before putting out a review. So right then and there, they just mic dropped, hey, don't listen to those guys. That's what they basically said. Don't listen to them. They only play 60% of the game. Don't listen to them. They don't know shit. Gotta love it, bro. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Yeah, back to it. Xbox, C-Fresh said, Xbox has held back the whole gaming industry. Yes, it has. I mean, you gotta think about putting a game on Xbox Series S to the point that you were like, we can't do that and make the PlayStation and PC version. Well, most devs do all three because that's just what they're doing. This is a new dev to the industry. They are making what I believe to be a AAA game with Black Myth Wukong. So it kind of makes sense that they kind of want to bet on the more popular platform that's going to make more money, which is PlayStation, and maybe PC with the Souls community. But this is, from what I'm hearing, it is not a Souls game. It may look like a Souls game, but they are saying it is not a Souls game. I wish I could play this before I buy it. It is a certified day one for me, but I still wish to get more of the word of mouth, not just me, but everybody. This game could have did so much better if it had a public demo like a week or two or a month before it came out. Like, it would have, bro, so many people would have picked this game up.
It may not get picked up very much because by the simple fact that they never showed any console footage. Like, that's still a mystery, and no one knows anything about how the console version is running. Like, that's never a good thing. Well, I don't know. It should have had a lot more eyes on it, but Black Myth Wukong just doesn't have any console footage. It's all PC.
Yeah, and obviously with what happened with Cyberpunk, a lot of people are a little worried about that. I know I'm worried about that. I'm always gonna be worried about that because, yes, I think your game is cool, but I don't trust you and I don't know you, right? And it's the same thing with CD Projekt Red. I didn't know them. I brought the game purely off of hype, similar to what's going on right now. I wasn't familiar with the developer. I couldn't even name the developer by name. And I went out there and brought that game. And I was disappointed. I don't think I'm going to be disappointed with this. I've already studied some tape. I looked at some tape. I know the story and the history. It's a big difference than Witcher, which you don't know any of the story. You don't know any history. You didn't get to play the 2 previous games on your platform of choice. So you're going in there blind. You're not really attached to any of the characters. You don't know what some of the mannerisms means or the backstory means. So it's like, yeah, I was lost. And
but this developer is completely fresh.
Yes, they are. They are completely fresh. And that's why I added that part in there, True Woody, that I've already watched tape. I watched gameplay enough to certify for myself that it is day one quality. I can hold that L. I can confirm to you guys that motherfucker is day one. But it would have helped them gather way more sales if you could have released the demo ahead of time. You would have got more people to buy the game. Again, prime example, Final Fantasy 15. Not everybody was sold on Final Fantasy 15. But after playing that demo, the people that were unsure became sure.
You mean 16?
Yeah, 16, not 16. Yeah, 16. 15 also had a demo too. But yeah, 16 is the one I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know.
They were unsure about 16. They played that demo and it changed. Changed a lot. So, devs got to learn. I don't think they're dumb. I think they know exactly what's going on, but I guess if they released a demo, they would have had to put the demo on PC. PC fans reverse engineer it or hack into it and data mine it and some other shit. So maybe because they knew they had to put the game on PC, they kind of said, we're not going to do the demo. So I don't know. It is what it is.
But had a console only demo.
So yeah.
You could have a console only demo.
Yeah, but then it would have pissed them off because you're doing two platforms. You're doing PlayStation and PC. You don't want to piss them off by releasing a demo over here. They don't want to piss us off by releasing a demo only over there. You know, it's like damned if you do, damned if you don't. But again, all of this, and we're talking about it as if Xbox doesn't exist, obviously because it doesn't, but it is funny. They're not even giving a times table as to when the Xbox version will come out. And why should it? Why should it? You put this game on Xbox, you're going to lose money. If they make a contract with Game Pass, you're going to lose money. You know, maybe you want it to look like a AAA mega dev, so you announced the 3 big platforms. I kind of understand that, but realistically, what are you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? What are you really gonna do on that platform? You ain't doing shit, bro. So I'm gonna go move on over here real quick to opening night live.
I can't wait for Wednesday.
Tuesday.
Oh, it's Tuesday.
It's Tuesday night. I said the same
What
thing.
time?
We're about to find out at the end of the trailer. Knowing him, he's gonna have some big games. It's gonna be surrounded by a shit ton of fucking small games you could care less about.
I know.
I don't trust Jeff Keighley more than I trust my own foot. So
I only care about the Microsoft one just to see what they'll do.
Well, people seem to believe in the last 24 to 48 hours that more than just Forza is coming to PlayStation. Some people seem to believe that Starfield, Forza, and Indiana Jones are all getting confirmed for PlayStation.
Or more AAA games? God damn.
3 AAA games.
You said Forza, Starfield, Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
And something else.
No. Well, I think it's a 4th game, but I couldn't tell you what that was. We did look over it, but I wouldn't know. I don't think they have anything else. Because the other game wouldn't even be out yet. Or coming out this year. That was a Valve. That's the one that I was like, yeah, they would have to bring that over to make that money back.
To be quite fair, Doom was already confirmed, so it's that's another one.
It was already gonna come over here. Yeah,
no, it was.
That was gonna come over here anyway.
Hold on, not really, because it is actually a Microsoft IP. So
yes, but I understand Truity, I understand what you're saying, but they never at one time confirmed that game by name was going to be only on Xbox. So that's why I said that. They never announced that game by name is not coming to PlayStation and then changed their mind. Xbox fans ran around the internet and influenced the thought process of PlayStation fans to believe that the next Doom game that got announced would not be on PlayStation. But it was never confirmed by the company. Either of the companies.
Yeah, you're right.
That's why you don't listen to those dudes. Because you'll look silly.
Hold on. I never listened. That's not why I said that. Doom is actually it
is an IP. And Xbox owns the developer. But they never confirmed it. They never confirmed neither one of them. Huh?
Go ahead.
I said neither one of them confirmed that the next Doom game will stay on Xbox exclusively. That's what I'm saying. I know who owns Doom, but they never confirmed that the next Doom game coming out will be Xbox exclusive, unless I missed something. So that was one of those. What was that called? The Legacy games.
That's a Bethesda legacy game, but that's not Xbox legacy game.
Yeah, that's a Bethesda legacy game, and they said those type of games would always continue to be multiplied. What you got to do? You got to put that Doom of all games, and that but you also got to take into consideration that Elder Scrolls is also a legacy game, and they already said that was going to be exclusive. They're going to change their mind.
Obviously,
see, this is the thing. That one, and then Doom, completely different, because that shit's so far in the future. And when they announced that, oh man, okay. Do you remember when they announced that? It was at the round table that they had. We should go take a look at this so you guys know what you're talking about.
No, I remember.
No, for the audience, they should.
Oh.
So basically, at this Xbox roundtable with Bethesda, huh?
You mean the business update?
Yeah, it was the business update roundtable.
Yeah, it was the roundtable for when.
Yeah, there it is. It's called Bethesda Joins Xbox Roundtable 3 years ago.
Yeah, it wasn't really a business update. It was more like update on basically what's going to happen.
Yeah, it's like, hey, we own Bethesda. This is what's going to happen. So right here, they had showed off a new CGI for Elder Scrolls and announced, hey, it's going to be on Xbox exclusive. They never gave an update on the next Doom because the current Doom...
Actually, no, hold on. I'm going to be honest. They never actually said it was going to be exclusive until later. Remember, because when they actually showed off that trailer, it never actually gave a platform. It was Jim Ryan that asked, "Is Elder Scrolls 6 gonna be gonna come to PlayStation?" And Phil never made a response. Later, they actually said that it was going to be exclusive. So, and they said, all Bethesda's titles will be at a what was the word he used? A case-by-case basis of what's going to go onto other platforms.
Now, myself, JayTechTV, normally take people at their word, and I specifically only go by the information that we have at a specific time. But seeing as though that things have clearly changed in the business model for Microsoft when it comes to the Xbox division, I can confidently say that they threw that fucking plan out the window for Elder Scrolls being exclusive. Yeah.
Oh, of course.
I mean, I'm not going to stop anybody that wants to take them at the word they said 2-3 years ago and say, hey, it's still coming exclusively when you see what they're doing. When we step into next week, tomorrow, and between tomorrow and Wednesday, and we get that fucking announcement that FORZA is coming over or something else is getting confirmed. I mean, as an Xbox fan, not PlayStation gamers, but as Xbox fans, you have to look at the situation and look back at what they said and say, yeah, all of this is coming over. It's over, bro. Like, you got to come to the realization that it's just fucking done.
Here's the thing, right? This is what I was saying about, and I'm going to stick to this, right? There's 3 staples of the platform. It's FORZA, it's Halo, and it's Gears. Either one of those that move over to another platform that is not PC, it's just spelling the disaster of that actual platform. That just simply means they don't care about this platform anymore. They want to move in a different direction. So yes, when they come and it is announced, because at the moment it's still a rumor. So if it is actually announced that it is actually moving over, it is a wrap. It is a wrap, and at that point you should actually just not bother. You should be pretty much say, yeah, everything's moving eventually. One by one, everything's gonna move. And so you better start preparing.
Looking at the 3 games that we know are about to come out soon, we're not gonna talk about what was that game called? Evolve. We're not gonna talk about Evolve, right? Because it's gonna come over. We just don't know when, right? It could be day and date. It could just come over later. I don't know. But they're not gonna make any money off that game, and that means that puts that studio in jeopardy. Yes, I know, Truity. That studio makes another game that people love and people paid for and was very successful with reviews and very successful financially, but times have changed.
What are you talking about? You talking about Valve?
Yeah, the developer from Evolve. Don't they make another game?
I was never going to say that.
No, but don't they make another game that did good?
Yes, they did. But
yeah, but we know in this day and age, you can't drop a dud. Because that game that is a dud was supposed to make money so the next project can be comfortable. And I feel like Xbox fans don't understand that. It's like, bro, support all your games. Because that game being supported, that money could go to the bigger game that you might love even more. But if you don't support it, you will never know. Because that studio could get shut down because you didn't support it. And then that game that you wanted may never come out. So, again, this is just something that Xbox fans don't seem to understand. They need to. But they don't seem to understand. So I would say that Evolve, I'm looking at Evolve just like Redfall. Just like... what was that? Hellblade 2. I don't see it's gonna make money. It can be good to some. It doesn't matter. We know Game Pass doesn't make money, right? If a game goes to Game Pass day and date, we know certified it's not gonna make money. So Valve's not gonna make money. That comes out next year. It got pushed back. What we're looking at right now is we're looking at Starfield,
Forza, and
God damn, they got no fucking games. I can't even remember this shit. What was that third one?
I can't remember actually. I can't remember. I don't remember.
Chat, help us out. we fucking forgot their games because they don't have any. It's Starfield, is Forza. Fucking
I don't know.
Bitch. What was that third fucking game, bro?
Those are the only two I remember. I don't remember.
Let's just say Starfield and Forza, right? I think the next one will come to us. Oh, Indiana Jones. Indiana Jones. So Starfield, Forza, and Indiana Jones are going to be talked about this week at Gamescom. We should also look out for announcements that maybe they are coming to PlayStation. Confirmed announcements from Microsoft themselves and the developers underneath Microsoft.
Indiana Jones is, but I don't see the point of that because we have Uncharted. So why
True.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter. Money is money, and you're going to make more of it over here than you make over there.
That is true.
So, yeah,
honestly, I don't think that's even for. I don't think that Indiana Jones has multiplayer. Like, I don't think they've ever expressed any of that.
No.
So,
Cedric said, "What's up, True Woody?"
What's up?
So Indiana Jones definitely coming over. They gotta make their money back. It's not Xbox, by the way. I just want you to know it's Disney. Disney gonna want to make that money back. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, right? It's clearly it's Disney's choice because Microsoft has no say. They don't have a pull in the industry. But the thing is, when you put that statement out there that you want things to be like to be exclusive to Xbox, but then can change that stance later on down the road. That doesn't look too good on your side. You make yourself look bad. You know what I'm saying? Like you make yourself look bad in the eyes of the community. In my opinion, that just does not look good.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm all for the man. I'm all for the man. It's gonna be riding in the streets though. I hear you.
Yeah. So they did this. I don't know. Did they do a roundtable for Activision? Did we miss one? We know they kept bragging about the announcement, but I don't know if they did one of these. Because, I mean, like I said, things have changed in the strategy. And one of those major things that have changed was we're going to put these games on PlayStation. I feel like the Activision acquisition, after it was done, the year after, they knew what they had to do.
You know,
in the court case, I think they were saving face, but after the year after the court case, things really started changing. I
think I know what happened though, Jay. Because you gotta think of it like this, bro. Like once they saw the Activision revenue, they realized, okay, we need you know what I mean? Because you bought a third party publisher that is actually just churning out games every single year. You know what I'm saying? So when they saw how many of your competitor is buying this thing compared to your own, you flip the switch right there because you realize, okay, we are making way more over. We will be making way more over there than over here. You see what I'm saying? I think the Activision deal was the worst thing they've actually done if they wanted to save their own platform. Because now because you gotta understand now, Microsoft is not Xbox. Microsoft now sees that that PlayStation is more valuable than their own platform. That's where the issue is lying right now. But that said, I embrace the mayhem. I embrace the mayhem. I hear you, Chief.
Okay, Lucci Sky hit me up. Let me give this announcement. Please give me the floor, everybody in the chat, please. Lucci Sky hit me up with another DM that I had missed of his flurry of DMs. We got a confirmation as of August 18th, 2024. The Stellar Blade led to $33.1 million of profit and record revenue for Shift Up. So they definitely made a profit off of Stellar Blade. They made a profit off of Stellar Blade. And it was only released on PlayStation. They didn't have to put it on PC. They didn't have to put it on Xbox. So let me repeat that again. For everybody listening in the chat, for everybody in the panel, Stellar Blade led to a $33.1 million profit and record revenue for Shift Up, the developer behind Stellar Blade. Stellar Blade is the action game with the female protagonist that's only available on PlayStation 5, I believe, right? Is it 5 or 4? 5 and 4, or is it only 5?
No,
5.
No,
only 5.
Only 5. Only 5. Damn, that's like your to think about it. Damn.
Yeah, in their money, in their currency, that's a lot. That's a lot.
Damn.
Okay. So, I'm pretty sure Lucci Sky hit me up with some more stuff in the DMs. I'll check it when I can. It's pretty obvious. You make money over here. Yeah, you make money over here. And Microsoft knows it. That's why they're bringing their games over. You make money over here. So, there's no real reason to argue with Xbox fans when it comes to why they're bringing their games over here. It's just you make money over here. You don't buy games over there because you don't have to. You buy games over here because that's what you do. You know what it is. Xbox fans have been conditioned to not buy games for a number of years now. And if you're a developer, you have to understand that you're going to make less money over there. Whether you want to do a timed exclusive, permanent exclusive, or even just a multi-platform release, you're going to lose a lot of money betting on Xbox. What was you about to say, Troy?
No, I'm saying I wonder how much they realize they probably made a mistake. Like, with this Game Pass model.
Stubborn people will never admit they're wrong. They will only shift the blame. So I would assume that they never admit it until years have gone by and you see those little documentary interviews and they actually admit shit went wrong. It took like 20, 30 years to get those type of interviews from wrestlers from the WCW era admitting what went wrong with WCW. So I would imagine we would be a good amount of years away from executives, if they're still alive, to tell the truth about how bad Game Pass is. We could be months or a few years away from just developers that have done business with Xbox, to be honest. We get little sprinkles of devs that will come out and say that they didn't make revenue off of a game that was released on Xbox, or they didn't want our game, or we didn't make any money. Like, we'll get that info. But a floodgate, we might be many years away from a floodgate. And just that's what it'll be.
That might take some long while to get that information, but yeah, I agree.
I want it. I wish we could have it right now. But I would.
I
would assume that maybe they have some NDAs, some non-disclosure agreements about talking bad about the product of Game Pass.
Yeah, they definitely do.
I would assume, because all the money that these small devs lose, why not come out and say how dangerous that business model is?
They can, because I would presume if Microsoft is smart, they would like to put an NDA out for any developer that goes into the service, saying that you can't really talk about the service, or basically just talk the positives about it. You can talk about the money, but you can't talk the losses and stuff. But that's business.
It's definitely business. Shit about to be crazy, bro. It's about to be crazy because so many Xbox fans are gonna need therapy after this week. So
as I said, it's gonna be right in the streets. Listen, bro, I've already started seeing people get mad, so mad. Like, I've seen them swearing on their own channel. I'm like, bro, calm down. It's only like it's only like, it's not that serious, bro. I've seen people already talk about I know you probably gonna be in the chat like F you and all that. I'm like, bro, calm down, bro. I was like, bro, it is not that serious. Like I know you made the channel on this, but like,
God, love it, bro.
Direct the blame in the right place, not at consumers.
Oh man. So what are we doing? What are we about to do for real? Like, what is about to go down for real with
Kids Smooth, Prime Gamer, they're not happy at all.
They haven't been happy for a long time, so I'm not surprised at their disappointment. I'm waiting for the people that we haven't seen not be lie and protect and defend Xbox for them to turn that shit around, and that's what I'm waiting for.
Dirk Griggity is still protecting.
Like Dirk Griggity, your best friend.
Yeah, he's still. I think stop saying that.
Your right hand man, right there. Your best man, right there.
Stop right there.
Let's see what we got going on here. 2 days ago, former Xbox fanboys have meltdowns over Xbox games. Again, he can't even defend it, so that's how he words his latest video. It's just that right there is a civil war, because most of his videos have PlayStation ponies. He has ponies and shit, right? Huh?
But it's still a defense though, because he's not even directing the blame onto the company. He's throwing the blame onto the consumer. Like, the consumer is not supposed to be upset about this food. Like, why Like, you see what I'm saying? He's throwing the blame onto the fans. You see what I'm saying? And that's where you are, bro. Like, you never
Like,
have
it's funny because as much as he will always use a PlayStation this or PlayStation that in his last couple videos, actually in all of the videos, it's the first time that he makes a video thumbnail and it doesn't have PlayStation in the fucking title. It doesn't have PlayStation or an executive or a fanboy in the thumbnail. That's why I said, I think it was during Thursday's news and updates, that this is the real Xbox Civil War. When Forza Horizon, it doesn't matter the number, but Forza Horizon, they're saving grace when that comes over.
It's messed up though, because you know why it's messed up? I'm gonna tell you why it's messed up. Because you can always rely on Forza to get a 9 or an 8, or solid 8. 8.5 or 9.5. You know what I'm saying? You can always rely on Forza to get those high numbers. You can't rely on everything else to get those high numbers. So the fact that that's what they're giving away already, they're giving away their pride true gems. Like, at that point, bro, like, you gotta look at it. You gotta look at them sideways, like, yo. Yeah, look at them sideways and like, yo, this is how far you're willing to go to I think what they're doing, really, honestly, really and truly, they're winding down on their own platform. They're winding down on their own platform because because you gotta look at it like this, bro. You cannot say you're gonna have a next gen platform and keep doing this. You see what I'm saying? I believe they're winding down. That's honestly what I think. They're winding down. They're getting rid of the platform slowly but surely. Because when next gen comes around and they realize, okay, you're not buying a lot, we're gonna shut this down. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because who's gonna buy a platform that you're not having any exclusive onto it? It's like buying a canvas box. Who's gonna buy that? You know what I'm saying? When you can get that and all the things on another platform. You see what I'm saying? Sure, you gotta go back to purchase stuff, but you're not gonna get a lot when you go into one platform. And on top of that, when it comes down to what they're doing, developers are gonna start shying away from their platform. So it's gonna be a trickle down effect. So are they trying to slowly get rid of the platform? Yeah, I think that's what I truly believe. They can't get rid of it immediately because it will be a whole entire media problem. They'll have negative press on their hands, so they can't just immediately get rid of it. Because remember, social media and all of that stuff, bro, all that stuff just bring their entire business down. Like, they can't do that. They have to make sure that the consumer itself just does not buy it. And the only way you can do that is simple. Let them not buy it. Force them to not buy it. And once you can show and prove that people are just not buying it, then they can say that, listen, we tried making another platform. We lost 3 gens in a row. We need to pack it up and we're just gonna still make software, but they're gonna be on this, and this.
But that message, what you just said, they already said that. A portion of what you just said, they literally publicly said that. We've heard, bro. I don't got the soundbite anymore, but we heard Phil Spencer talk about their third place and all of this. We've heard these sound bites so many times. The only part they haven't gotten to, which they are about to. Sorry, guys, something in my eye. It might be Game Pass. The only part they haven't gotten to yet was we're not making consoles anymore. This is the way we want to go. But they're about to get to that.
Yeah.
When they put Forza over here and it does gangbusters. Oh, like, bro, when they put Forza over here and it does gangbusters, Xbox fans better be praying and hoping that we don't even acknowledge that Forza's coming over. Because when they see that money, Xbox is going to make a conscious decision that we need to wrap it up. Because at that point, you will have more people buying that game on PlayStation that compared to the people that brought that same game on Xbox, even though that's an Xbox studio. And that right there would be a definitive answer to, should we keep making exclusives, or should we just bring this shit to PlayStation day and date? Okay, Lucci, I got you.
And that's going to end up being a nail in the coffin, because you can't sell a box that does not have anything exclusive attached to it. And if you can't do that, the platform will start to not sell. And when it starts to not sell, what happens? People don't buy it. The company loses out on money, and then and remember, if their console is not selling, what's also not selling? The software. And if that's not selling on their platform, they're going to say, okay, we lost so many gens in a row. It's time to pack it up. We're going to continue to make software because we own all these studios, but they're going to be moved to this and this and this platform. That's what I believe is going to happen. And that might happen next gen. That might not happen anywhere near this gen, but that might happen next gen. Closer to the middle or the end of next gen. Because I have a feeling if what they're saying is what other people are saying is true, like OnlyFans is saying this, like Microsoft hasn't said this at all, but they claim that Microsoft is going to start their gen early in 2026. That's what all their fans are saying, and that's what like Kiss Ass journalists are saying. So if they do start in 2026 and trying to get that leg up one more time, like the 360 generation, that's what they're claiming, right? And they still lose, they're gonna pack it up. They're gonna pack it up completely, like at that point, because you can't start early and still lose and continue to lose. Like that's not a good trend. You feel what I'm saying? That's not a good trend going forward. Sony is not the same as they were in the 360 generation when they started a year late. Then not just a year late, but they had issues at launch. That's not going to be the same this time. That's not going to be the same this time. If they do try to start earlier than Sony, than any other platforms, even if they start early, they still got to compete with the Nintendo, regardless, in sales. And then once Sony gets into that frame, you're going to eventually lose. Because they're still going to be doing that practice of putting games on PlayStation. Who's going to buy that? You see what I'm saying? So you're going to eventually lose out big time. And eventually, there's no way to get around it. So I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know how they're going to fix that, but that's going to be the issue going forward.
Yeah, it's crazy when you think about that shit, man. Like it truly is crazy.
It's like a Sega situation when they left based on the Dreamcast, but Sega left because they couldn't compete. Microsoft can compete. They just don't want to. Like they just don't want to.
They've no, it makes sense though. Like you went the distance. You got to understand. Xbox has went head to head with PlayStation longer than Nintendo and Sega combined.
True.
We're talking about competition by years.
That is true.
Nintendo did Blue Ocean Strategy after how many generations? So it was 64 and GameCube. So they only lasted two. They only lasted two console generations against PlayStation. Then they said we can't do it. We got to go another route. Sega did Dreamcast. I think it was Saturn and Dreamcast. So you kind of give Sega like 1.5 gens. Because Dreamcast didn't last long, and Sega CD or Saturn didn't last long against PlayStation 1. So that's like a gen and a half or 1 gen combined.
Gen and a half.
So
I would say gen and a half.
Yeah, so you got a gen and a half versus 2 gens. That's three and a half gens. Xbox went head to head with PlayStation 2 with the original Xbox, the PS3 with 360, and then. Huh?
The original was the best. The original was the best because I remember when the original when everyone was telling me, "Oh, bro, look at San Andreas, bro, it looks so much better on the Xbox than the PlayStation 2." I'm like, "Nah, nigga, that ain't true." When I looked at that, bro, I was like, "Whoa, this actually does look like, you know what I mean? This actually does look better." I was like, "Bro, okay," but. And then they started, and then I saw more stuff. I'm like, okay, these niggas got something. Maybe these niggas will actually give competition. And then next gen started, and then it was just a downwash. I was like, okay, no, they can't keep up. I was like, okay. I was like, 360. Yeah, they had some good titles, but it just wasn't enough. And then the Xbox One came, and it was one. Listen, once you should have said this is how you share your games, bro. It was a wrap. It was over at that point. At that point, bro, it was like pack your bag, nigga. Your whole gen is over. Like that's how it was. That's how it looked. And I'm like, bro, it was like. It was like they were throwing their own words back in their face, like the first to 10 million wins gen, like that. At that point, it was a wrap. It was a wrap, and then nigga came the Xbox Series gen, bro, and it's a complete wrap. I believe they just don't have what it takes to compete. Because their brand is just not popular. That's what I believe. The brand isn't popular. No matter how hard they try, they just can't get past the I am the big dog, I am popular. And they are technically a big player, but like they're just not a big dog in the race. You see what I'm saying? They're not a big dog. They can't walk out with their chest held high, bro. Like they can't do it because no matter how hard, or no matter how much money they spend, they're still little fish. And it's so weird to say that Microsoft is a little fish in a big pond, but they are. Because no matter how much money you spend, no one likes you. That's the thing, bro. People have to like you for you to actually be successful. People have to actually like. No one likes Microsoft. And that's their problem. That's their biggest problem, in my opinion. That's their biggest problem. No one actually likes you, and no matter how much money you spend, how much billions you go out there and you spend, yes, you get the people like up on it, but like you won't get enough because no one actually likes you. You know, it's just that no one will eventually like you over time. No matter how much money you spend, no one will probably like you. And if that's the case, then you're never going to get far in this space because you have to like it for them to want to give you a chance. And on top of that, their track record in producing software has just been atrocious. So like, yeah, that doesn't help. They don't like you and your track record is bad, then yeah, it doesn't. It's not a good. Those aren't good combinations, bro. That's just how I see it. Those aren't good combinations to have when you're trying to compete against someone who has a great track record, and people do like them. Like that's not a good track record to have. So that's just my thought. You go on the YouTube. I'm not
Okay, well, Truity's done his Game Pass rant. Oh shit! With that being said, Monte White, what's going on? You said Xbox Series X came out a week prior to PS5. 360 came out a year before PS3. Xbox still loses. Exactly, but it did take a long time for Xbox to lose to the PS3. That 1 year head start did a lot of damage. Marketing, rumors, everything. It was not good. And they knew it. They knew they needed that 1 year head start. We listened to those sound bites all the time. They desperately needed it. But let me go read off this DM from Lucci Sky before he send me more DMs. Okay, let me go make sure there's no more in the chamber. Okay. So he said
I just tried the Wukong benchmark. Wait, how the hell did you try Wukong benchmark? I only got 40. Okay, I'm gonna move on away from you.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, let me finish reading this off. Lucci sent me a Civil War video from Iron Lords. It looks like they were arguing about the state of Xbox, so we're gonna listen to that. Knowing them, Truity, if anybody on PC got Wulong, everybody on PC got Wulong because they probably already pirating that shit. So
yeah, probably.
If you want to know how they doing it, very easy, piracy.
You stand up there, you hold the line. That's what I told you, dudes. And you did it for a little bit, but your legs got knocky again. And I'm just saying. So don't act like everything was all together then. No, because every last one of you dudes said that ABK deal would not go through.
Fact.
I'm the only dude that told you, man, shut up and hold it down.
That's
and it's gonna go down. And it's gonna go down. And it went down, and these dudes right now were burning. Now they want the games now.
Now we wish it didn't go down, because ever since it did go down, it brought everything down. I think people like me, Tim Dog, the probably toxic fanboyism to a toxic place to the point where we're too much of a fanboy of like, we want to win. We want Xbox to win. We want Xbox to have the better games. We want Xbox to sell the most. We want Xbox to have high Metacritic scores. What Xbox is doing now is the polar opposite of what we want them. We want them to win. What they're doing is like, it's like it's confusing. Actually, it's like a chemical imbalance of what's actually going on. It's like, this is not the console warrior way. So it's like the console warrior way.
Okay, so
I love this. This is great.
Like, so you can't have that same mindset. Don't fall into the positions that they can't do. They can't do what Microsoft do. They're $1 billion company. You ever went inside the club and can't go up to the third floor because your money don't reach up there? That's the same thing.
Respectfully, we've been starving for years.
You hold this back.
So, I mean, it looks like Kids Move is trying to let them know that because of the Activision deal, that Xbox has had to limit other areas of the Xbox. The Microsoft had to limit other areas of the Xbox division in order to make sure they don't lose too much money. And he's right. We've seen it. After the Activision deal, they continue to close down studios.
Oh, wait. Oh, wow. Really?
Cancel projects. But yeah.
Oh, the dude.
What's going on, Truity?
The dude in the chat said they let you try the performance before you get it. I was like, okay. I didn't know that.
I wish they would do that over here. That's literally a fucking demo. If you find a way to crack through that shit, you'll have the game for free. So, yeah. Not the smartest fucking idea. Not for the PC community. But we'll see how much money they make over there versus over here. Back to it. Yeah, after Activision, they definitely had to reorganize the Xbox division to stop losing as much money as they're about to lose. You know, you have all these studios, all these publishers under one roof, and nobody's making money because Game Pass is, cannibalizing sales. Then what do? You either lose money or you try to make sure you lose less money than you're about to lose. You close down studios, you cancel projects. That's what you have to do to save more money. And that's what they've been doing. And we all told them this was gonna happen. Like, you gotta own Activision, but at what cost?
Yeah, there's a cost to owning that.
Exactly.
That
you gotta make that money back, bro. And it's not Activision's money that they're making back. I hope everybody in the PlayStation community, PC, Nintendo, and Xbox community understand. The money that I say they want to make back is not for Activision. It's for the overall Xbox division. They got to make all their money back. They lost money for multiple years, multiple generations. They have to make all that money back. Why do you think they putting games on Nintendo? Why do you think they putting games on PlayStation? They have to make all that money back, bro. We talking about money they've been losing before Activision got acquired. Before Bethesda got acquired. That they never were able to recoup. Now they have to recoup that immediately. Why do you think they put 4 games over here? And why do you think they gonna put even more? They gotta make all that money back, bro. So all the money they've been losing before they acquired all these publishers. Now think about the money you just spent on the publishers. $70 billion for Activision, $7 billion for Bethesda. Man, you're looking at almost $80 billion within 2 to 3 years of each other. You gotta make that money back. How the fuck do you make that money back? Liquidation, cancellation, closure, foreclosure, spreading your game to platforms that you know you don't want to put them on, but you're so desperate to make that money, so you gotta do it.
That is true. Listen, not everyone can actually stay in this area of business. Not everyone can. Mm-hmm. And as I said, you have to be liked to stay in this section. You got a member chat, by the way.
Let me see if I can read it. I Man Rich the Swag Lord celebrates 17 months of membership with the channel. You said Mecha Break console beta is Xbox Series X exclusive. Yeah, that makes sense. And it's not even that type. It's not even their type of game. But yeah, that makes sense. Like every now and then they gotta like make it seem like they still entertaining their conquest for Chinese, Japanese, and Asian support. Like they want to keep. They don't care about them. And I'm not talking about Xbox doesn't care about them. The Asian territories don't care about Xbox, so they can try all of this all they want.
I'm gonna be honest, bro. If you really cared about the Japanese, you would not have sold your only Japanese studio, or at least try to shut them down. That was your only Japanese studio, and you tried to shut them down, and then someone came and bought them. Like, yeah, no, you don't care about Japan, bro. Like, let's be real. They do not care about Japan. Like, you could have them doing so much. You know what's funny? They could have had them be the one to bring back Blue Dragon, bro. You know how much, bro. No, they don't care about Japan, bro. I'm being honest. They do not care about Japan. They could have easily had them be the one to bring back Blue Dragon, bro. Because they own that IP. That IP no one else's. They own it. They need to care about Japan, but I don't think they care though. That's the problem. They need to have an appearance that they care, but they don't care. And to be quite fair, the Japanese community is not stupid. They can see that. They can see right through the BS.
You're right about that, man. You're definitely right about that. There's so much money they gotta make back, bro. Like y'all do not understand. And they lose money on Xbox every year though. We're not talking about just the fucking Game Pass contracts. They haven't even made that many this year, but they still losing money. No one's buying their systems. Nobody's buying their existing games from their own first-party studios. Again, Xbox fans are running around attempting to do some sort of rational damage control about this situation, and I don't feel like they can. You have to put your games on PlayStation to make something.
I've seen so much damage control. It's not even funny, bro. I'm like, bro, you are fighting against yourself. Like, why would you do that?
Do you remember? Do you remember what Embracer Group did or announced either last year or this year that they were going to liquidate some of their studios, sell them off to other people?
They separated some in their studios into several different groups, and they're trying to sell them off.
Sell them off.
I remember.
Didn't Microsoft just sell off Tango GameWorks? I think Xbox fans need to think. They need to think. Look at this shit and research. Xbox got a lot of studios. If they don't want any more bad press for cancellation or foreclosure, then maybe the best thing to do is to sell them off. Maybe that's the best thing to do, is to sell them off.
That would be the best thing.
Because when you continuously announce that you're closing a studio over and over, or you're canceling a project over and over, it's your brand is already tarnished. You do need it to have some semblance of value if you want to sell it off together later on down the line to somebody. But right now it's just fucking garbage, man, and it's getting worse by the day, by the week, by the day. Yeah, almost every day there's bad news at Xbox. Embracer Group messed up so hard they were banking on the Saudi money. Yeah, they were. They were doing that. Neil Agosta, you said, "Hey JTech in chat, I'm late." Xbox themselves said you don't need Xbox to play. Hell, I play on a Fire Stick thanks to Xbox. Yeah, you don't really need Xbox. Des, you said,
and that's their marketing, bro. What kind of a marketing is that? When you claim that you want to make hardware for next gen, like, that doesn't make any sense to me. So you're telling the people who are going to buy your hardware next gen that you don't need their hardware. It's like the little definition of self-sabotage.
There's a lot of drama surrounding this game called Hack. HAAK. It's an indie game by indie dev, and it's going to be on PlayStation, Steam, and cell phones. And it's not going to be on Xbox because they're having a problem signing up for the indie membership program because the Microsoft email thing isn't working. Now, you guys remember I had an Xbox Series X in the beginning of this year. Big shout out to No Cap Podcast, Sick Humor. And I had played a good amount of games on Xbox, and I had racked up a good amount of points. But I could never use those points because they said my email was attached to an old phone number, and no matter if I had access to that email, which I did, they would not let me log into my my Xbox account with that email that I already had access to because I didn't have access to that old phone number and some other bullshit that they were talking about. I had tried for multiple days and nothing worked. I had did multiple researches on Reddit and all around Google to find out that this was a known problem around anybody, businesses included, that used Microsoft for their email. So what is Hotmail, Gmail, Hotmail, yeah. And they just could not find a workaround, and people was like they had given up. And I again searched for about 2 days straight, and there was no help. And it seems like the hack dev, again HAAK, indie dev, they seem to have came up across this problem, which prevented them from submitting their indie game to be released on Xbox, and even Microsoft themselves could not help. And trust me, I tried to reach out to Microsoft for help on my Hotmail and how to get my points off of Xbox so I could start to actually use the points to get stuff off of Xbox, and I couldn't. I mean, these were just multiple issues that I had with Xbox that kind of brought down why the fuck do I even have this system. Yes, it was a gift from Sick Humor, but at the end of the day, if I'm playing games, and I was playing games, and I was getting points and achievements, you're supposed to get those rewards, and I couldn't use those rewards because they wouldn't let me link my Hotmail, even though I logged into my Hotmail multiple times and I have access to it. But again, it's the Xbox shit, right? Like, the reward system on PlayStation is much, much easier. Yes, I know PlayStation Stars was down for a while, months, but before it went down, it was very easy. Me and True Woody use PlayStation Stars all the time. We always get rewards, always get like free PSN cards and shit like that.
Bro,
all the time.
I got so much reward points, bro. It's not even funny, bro.
Exactly. So,
don't trust Hotmail with anything important.
I was told about that, but we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk about that off.
My brother lost £600,000 through Hotmail. So yeah.
Hold on, what happened, Jay?
The solicitor wanted to know the details of his bank so he could pay him the proceeds of the house he sold, and he got hacked.
That's not necessary anymore.
Yeah, so, don't trust Hotmail. Lesson learned: don't trust Hotmail with anything important.
Do it across the table with someone.
Yeah,
that's what
don't trust them with anything important.
I've not heard of them in a long time though. Like,
yeah, I mean, I only got a few things that are attached to my Hotmail. It's not a lot, but I have a few things attached to it. I mean, you need a Hotmail because you're using Windows operating systems most of the time on your computers and shit, so you need it. I mean, so it's basically like an unlock and shit. But other than that, I don't use it for anything else. I don't use it for email or anything.
I got a Gmail. I don't have a Hotmail. Oh, I didn't know Hotmail was linked to Microsoft though. But I didn't know the Hotmail was a Microsoft thing. I had it once, like probably 10, 14 years ago. Like, I don't use it anymore.
Okay, back to it. Yeah. So that's what the indie dev is dealing with. So that's a big story going around because it seems like Microsoft denied it, and when they denied it, the indie developer had multiple screenshots, and also multiple emails from their screenshots that they tried to get help and that they weren't any help. So, they're like I said, almost every day, almost every week, there's some bad news going on.
Here's the thing: what I say, don't lie because I'm gonna call you.
Exactly, you shouldn't lie, man. It don't matter how bad the situation is. You just be honest, and because you'll make it worse. But with that being said, like Xbox is, we know what it is. We know what it is with Xbox. We truly do know what it is.
That's not, and to be honest, that's not even hate. That's just the facts.
That shit about to be so crazy, bro. That shit about to be so fucking crazy. Neil, I'll see you later, man. You have a good trip, and I'll see you later this week. This is going to be a big fucking week for Xbox fans. They gotta have to realize where they want to be. I'm not begging these guys to come over to the blue side. They can go wherever they want. They can be red with Nintendo. They can be yellow with PC. It doesn't really matter to me. But they are going to have to take some L's. They're going to have to apologize and understand what they did wrong. Like, they put a lot of faith in Xbox. And you know me, after they started putting games on PC, it's like I'm over here, I play my games, and that's where I play my games at. I'm not taking that shit too seriously anymore. I'm getting too fucking old to, like, you know, I learned my lesson multiple times from PlayStation and how they dealing with PC. And I'm pretty sure PlayStation learning a lot of lessons from PC and how they don't make money over there. But ultimately, they're still losing money by putting games on PC because they're not making as much over here as they did over here. And day and date doesn't seem like it's going to help them. We'll see what happens with Until Dawn. Because we had an anomaly, and that anomaly was Helldivers, but we're going to see another day and date anomaly. And that will be a single player day and date game, and that will be Until Dawn. Even though they said it's going to have like live streaming multiplayer elements, where people during the live streams will be able to help. Let me get a visual up so you guys know exactly what game we're talking about. But it was definitely one of my favorite games, and it was exclusive for a very long time. Like, you know, it was exclusive for a good amount of years. If people said that was the game that was going to come to PC next, I wouldn't have thought at all that game was going to come over. Just I would have never saw that one coming. They're also doing a movie to this game, so that kind of makes sense why they're making a remake to the game. It is an older game, but again, it was using the Decima engine, so even though it was older, it looked amazing. So now, I don't know if they're using the Decima engine for the remaster either, so that right there is going to be interesting. So I didn't really hear anything about that. Huh?
Well, are you talking about Until Dawn?
Yeah, it used Decima engine. The original game used Decima engine. Overhauled, visual, rebuilt in Unreal Engine 5. They're using Unreal Engine 5. So they go from Decima to Unreal Engine 5?
Why would they waste money to go there when they have their own engine?
Because they have a partnership that they spent a lot of money.
That's true. That makes sense then.
Over 500. Is it 500 million?
No, it's a billion.
50 million?
No, it's gone to $1 billion now. That's what I've heard.
Is it $1 billion now? Oh, okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
They've gone to $1 billion. Yeah, so they're definitely going to utilize something that they have money into.
I mean, it's Unreal Engine 5. People gonna love that. I think it's not a bad engine to use for a game like this. You know, with all the attention to detail and the life shit that's going on. Will I buy it again? Nah, I don't know, man. Like, not right now, but
they might give you a update.
I don't think so. I mean, I don't think so. I don't know. I don't think so. It would be nice, but I don't know. I don't think they're gonna do it this time around. It is their first party game, but it was by a third party studio using a first party engine. Now, I don't even know who's. Let me go watch the trailer again because I didn't even catch the name of who's making the remake. Ballistic Moon.
It's not.
We don't own them, dude.
No, they're good. They're good. They're good studio though.
Yeah,
They're the
so
ones. They're the ones. Blister Moon. I believe they're the ones who did the 4A series.
no,
Is it?
no.
No.
I'll do some research. Calm yourself, and I'll do the research, and we'll get to the bottom of this. But
I'm calm.
when it
I'm
comes
just-
to this game, the first game was made by a third-party studio that Sony should have picked up, and it looks like Ballistic Moon. It would have been nice for Sony to pick them up. So now you did the original game. Even though you own the IP, but you don't have any, like, you get what I'm saying, like the developer, you don't own them, and now the engine and the developer that's making a remaster, you don't own them. It doesn't feel much like an exclusive. You're just leasing out the IP, and it's kind of weird. Let's see what's going on here. What games does Ballistic Moon make?
That's what I'm looking up right now.
Never mind. That's a PlayStation company. Ballistic Moon is a PlayStation company.
Oh, UK based. No, oh, wow.
When the fuck they become a PlayStation company?
I don't know.
What games did Ballistic Moon make?
Hold on. When
Oh, you thought you was thinking of Moon Studio. That's who you was thinking about.
Yeah.
I don't know what games Ballistic Moon's ever made.
All it says here is Until Dawn.
That's all I'm seeing is Until Dawn. Are they new or something?
It's the Moon purchase.
This don't make no sense. Ballistic Moon, PlayStation. Let me see.
Oh, they made Overkill? Oh, no.
Well, the internet learned about whatever game they were working on in 2022 from this article from Jimitsu. It says Sony Interactive Entertainment and Ballistic Moon are working on a new game according to motion capture actor resume. They're still in the early stages. And whoever was a part of Ballistic Moon worked on Until Dawn, both versions. So that kind of makes sense that Ballistic Moon will work on this. They also worked on Heavy Rain and Sleeping Dogs. So Ballistic Moon devs have history with them. 2023.
They're acquired in 2023.
Did we miss that? I don't know if we missed it or it was just too small. I don't remember that one.
It was probably too small.
Well,
it was probably in the.
So they own the studio. That makes sense. They own the studio this time around, but they don't own the studio that's making the engine. But they do have a partnership with the studio that's making the engine. So that kind of makes sense. I was about to say, bro, like you using an engine that you don't own the studio to, and you letting a third party dev work on your IP. I was like, that's not the Sony I fucking know. So I'm hoping this remake is very well done. It could be really good for them to have such a good Halloween video game come back out for the modern audiences. So we'll see. But it is going to be a day and date title.
I got the game 2 Plus, so I might buy it this time because I never actually bought it the first time.
That's some real Game Pass stuff going on right there. I can't wait for it. They be lying so much. I just saw this fake YouTube trailer for Resident Evil 1 remake. And I know it's a lie, bro. But you know what? These people, they all have one thing in common, True Woody. They always use the PlayStation cornerstone.
I know.
Because they know if it's official if you use that. No one's going to watch a trailer with Xbox on it.
I've noticed that so much. It's actually strange how much that pops up more often.
Mm-hmm. PlayStation has definitely destroyed Xbox this gen. Just completely fucking annihilated.
They're the cornerstone of gaming. Which is it's funny to say, but they are.
I'm not claiming Silent Hill, not the remake. No. There's something weird going on there. I would caution PlayStation gamers that hype that game up as like a PlayStation exclusive and think that it's gonna bring us glory and think that we're gonna get a W because of it. I don't trust that dev. I do not trust that dev. I think that you will be, in the best case, you would fall behind Until Dawn. I do not think Silent Hill is a game that's going to bring us glory. I think you should stay away. I've seen this situation a lot. I think you should stay far away. Yep.
I've already said no to it.
Yep. Ain't Bloober Team making that one, right?
Yeah. Hold on. It's not just Bloober Team. We do not. It's someone else that's on it, and I don't want to say what it is, but we know what it is.
Yeah, I did see that they gender swapped some characters and stuff.
I was trying to be nice, but why would you pick that up?
Because, I mean, they did. They gender swapped one of the supporting characters.
I didn't think you'd be the one to bring that up.
I didn't know if that's what you was talking about. You were talking about something else that I didn't know. Was that what you were talking about?
Exactly what I was talking about. I was talking about the outfit.
Yeah, I know about that.
I didn't think you were going to.
I also know about cats too, so it doesn't really matter about that one. But hey, look, man, it is what it is. You gotta love it either way. I don't care about Silent Hill or Until Dawn. Concord is where it's at. Harlem PS Gamer, thank you for reminding me that game exists. Let's talk about Concord.
Oh, Lord.
I really do be forgetting. Like, when I don't give a fuck about a game, you guys will know I don't give a fuck about a game. Because I'm not going to even... I'm going to almost forget that shit exists. Jesus. I can't wait to...
Bro, what? Bro, who told these outfit people to go make their own game, bro? Dustborn looks...
Oh, Dustborn is going to be a featured game at the Xbox Gamescom event. I think that may be going to Game Pass day and date.
Bro, that is the worst thing they've ever seen.
No, don't worry about it. No, you got to say it later. You can't say it now. You got to wait. You got to wait until after it comes out and reviews and it don't make no money. You got just wait, because we already know the obvious, but still it's better to wait. Then you can say I told you so. Right now, if you say anything right now, you'd be classified as a hater. You can't say nothing about that. Concord. I had a lot of faith in this game, and then I was like, I'm good. So what they did, and this is how you know that there's no faith in this game. They made a trailer of some of the most popular content creators that even touched the game's beta, and they made a mixed together trailer of these people playing Concord to make it look very exciting. And this is when you know they need a lot of help. I hope this game is a success, despite the social narratives that they force in this game.
Successful.
The gameplay is good and the graphics are good, but they didn't need to really put so many social narratives in this game because that adds nothing to the game for the gamer.
Here's the thing. It's not that I'm going to be different, right? It's not that they are. It's not that they shouldn't have done it. They put it so up in your face that it becomes annoying. Because I wouldn't have noticed certain stuff if they didn't make it obvious. They made it obvious that they wanted you to see their narrative, and I'm like, okay, I don't want this anymore. That's the problem. They made it to a point where you know that this is what they're pushing. And I'm like, that's not good. I don't know why you force this narrative up on people. Man, so much stuff coming. Dragon Age hasn't released day 2. And this one's more free form.
That shit about to be crazy.
What?
Just this week, it's about to be a lot of crazy shit going on this week. So you know Monster Hunter, they said they're showing off a brand new trailer for Monster Hunter. And you know what's crazy about that? They showed off... I'm going to count all these trailers they showed off real quick. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. They showed off 16 trailers in the last 13 days.
They're desperate to get.
I think that it's not desperation. This points to we're not gonna get just any trailer this time around. We're probably getting a release date trailer. So these trailers ranged from just new mechanics or existing mechanics that are more easier to do to every weapon that they have. So, you know, they got dual blades, lance, bow, switchblade, sword and shield, light bow gun, hammer.
Hold on. What game are you talking
about? Monster Hunter.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Concord. That's why.
No. I don't care about that game anymore. Let's move on. We're moving on over to Monster Hunter. The light bow gun, the hammer, charge blade, long sword, the hunting horn, gun lance, insect glaive, heavy bow gun, great sword, and then they had 2 videos for basic mechanics and focus mode, which is more like kind of a lock-on mode, but kind of not. You know, they don't have lock-on Monster Hunter.
They should. I don't know what it is.
It's just the way they make that game.
I get why though, because you want to be able to break off parts easier. So I get it.
Mm-hmm.
But I get it. Yeah, never mind. I get it.
So this mount is definitely different from the multiple mounts you got. The mount system on the Monster Hunter world is basically your... Once you've leveled it up or once you've unlocked it, you'll have this little like animal feed you'll click on this little animal feed, and whichever is the smallest mountable monster nearby, they will come out of nowhere and you'll be able to ride them. And it's not a free ride. You hop on them, and then they will go to the direction of where the monster is. This time around, it seems like you have full control of where the monster is going and how fast they're running. So that's a good thing. This mount also looks like it can glide. It has wings. Like I said, the attention to detail on the armor and the designs are much better this time around. The hair is way much better. The shininess of the hair, texture, and all the animations, they did a really, really good job. Now, I don't like that this video wasn't in 4K, and I don't know what the resolution is going to be for Monster Hunter, knowing that most Monster Hunter games have pretty much been below 4K, except for the remaster of the Nintendo Switch Monster Hunter Rise. But I'm hoping that this game has at least a 1440p mode at 60 frames, and maybe 4K at 30.
It might be 1440p.
I would like that. I would really like that. Yes, we have to take into account that Xbox is probably going to be one of the reasons why this game doesn't look as good as and maybe it could. It does look much better than the previous game. It's definitely a lot of upgrades here to scenery, foliage, grass, trees, rock formations, animations, graphics, attention to detail, animations, you name it. I've definitely as many hours I've sank into in years. I've sank into Monster Hunter World. I can definitely tell that this is a much needed sequel, and a very good sequel too. They have definitely added more moves to your standard weapon attacks, so that's a really good thing that I've noticed. I always wanted a little bit more when it came to some of these weapons, some more attacks, because it gets a little repetitive, but in a good way. But I like that they have that here. It also looks like time may have passed a little bit in the Monster Hunter saga. It's like maybe it's a little bit more modern, not like super modern where you have electricity and shit like that going on, but maybe 20 years have passed, maybe 30, 40 years have passed or something like that. Or, because I've gotten more into the story of Iceborne, you're in one of the other regions that they talk about all the time that you can't get to, obviously, because you're on a fucking island on Monster Hunter World. So that would be awesome.
Makes sense.
Loving it though.
By the time we get something nice though.
Monster Hunter about to be so fucking dope. Boy.
What happened?
I'm just Monster Hunter about to be on some other shit. Character models look better.
Yeah.
You know, they already found one female that people seem to like a lot. Some eye candy going on. Now, with the eye candy, the original version of her is way different. I have noticed the not the concept art, but the promotional art for her is much more different. They've done more with her jaw in the game. You already know. We're not gonna say the name. So maybe some stuff is at play, but seeing that Capcom has noticed that things are reversing when it comes to, what is acceptable and what sells, beauty sells in so many words. Maybe they will change that back, because I noticed the jaw looks a lot more mannish in the trailer. And then in the promotional art, like right here, the jaw doesn't stick out. But as soon as you go to the side right here, the jaw sticks out. And it gives like a more man vibe right there. Again, we know that the powers that be like to do stuff like this. And then we know this other female character may be your new handler, and that she's very geeky, but also looks like she's just a person that you can see in California walking the streets or at a coffee shop and shit. So you got to do what you got to do to get the money to fund a game like this. But when it comes to the gamer, you got to hope that those deals you made with those people, whether you did or didn't, don't come to light, because it could hurt your final product as far as people buying it.
There is no could about it. It will.
I'm trying to be generous. So the only really, 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 really good thing about this is none of the promotional or character models that we've seen from the trailers, from the different weapons, they don't look bad. They didn't go out of their way to make them look bad. This one has dreads or long braids. Looks like a female, has female clothes and stuff. Everything looks good. So they didn't go crazy with that. When you make your own character, you gotta make your character look good anyway. So none of the characters that they use to demo the different attacks or anything, they didn't look bad at all. But when it comes to the NPCs, what you get is what you get. They have a little bit of time between now and then to maybe change some designs. I don't think it's that big of a fucking deal until we see like the opening night live Gamescom trailer, and if some things are pretty obvious to everybody, then that'll be a pretty big problem. But I think they doing good right here. Watch People is going to love Concord. Yeah, not every game is for everybody. I gotta stick to my guns. I can't fake love a game just because my subscribers think I should fake love a game. If I don't support what that game is doing, I don't really care. Who cares if I don't buy the game? But you guys are going to enjoy it. I'm not gonna stop nobody. Y'all can share all the gameplay and screenshots y'all want. That's cool. I'll definitely keep an eye on it. But yeah, I gotta stick to my morals on this shit.
I have my own personal reasons.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't have no problem with the graphics or the gameplay. Yeah, it's just the social messages that I don't agree with. And it's something that they won't take out of the game. So I just won't be there. I won't be there day one. If they end up like getting desperate and putting that on PlayStation Plus or some shit, then you'll probably see me wander over there and play it. But yeah. Lucci, you said, Jay, you see P Rock talking about the new Switch might be $500. Nintendo can get away with it. It won't be powerful from the rumors and reports I'm hearing. But yeah, I think that Nintendo can get away with it. Because it's Nintendo. So yeah.
Nintendo always gets away with everything. There's no
now I don't know if the mature gamers are gonna fall for that bullshit, because it's gonna be between getting a new Switch 2 or a PS5 Pro. And I think if you're a mature gamer, you probably gonna pick the Pro over the Switch 2. Obviously.
At least if you're smart.
And then pick up a fucking PlayStation Portal. You know, you be set. But guys, we got 8 more minutes. So we're just gonna talk about a couple more things. We actually really good on time today. We actually good on time, huh? 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock p.m. We doing good on time. And go over. So I think that I'm gonna be a little preoccupied on Tuesday evening, so we might have to push my stuff down, my podcast or my review of Opening Night Live to Wednesday. Probably the best thing to do is Wednesday, so that we can cover what Xbox is gonna announce with Forza, because they're gonna announce their shit on Wednesday. So I think that Wednesday night is probably the best time for me to announce some, to talk about some of the stuff. So that's what I want to do.
Well, they better do something.
Shit. Let me go over there, because I haven't went to Xbox's channel since I fucking acknowledged that they don't exist. But let me go over there real quick. And what are they promoting? They're promoting Madden 25.
Not even their own stuff.
Not even their own game. As casual as that can get. Just, like, whatever, man. There you go. Not Indiana Jones, not a Valve, not any other real exclusives.
To be quite fair, it's going to be at their show, so I guess that's why. They're leaving it for their show. So I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt right there. They're leaving it for their show.
So disappointing. Crisis X gameplay. What the fuck is that? Crisis X. What is this, like Red Dead? Oh God, no, it looks really bad. Never mind. It's one of those PC zombie games. Oh, look at how bad this is. Oh my gosh.
And you wonder
this game look like dog shit. Why are they promoting this?
And because Xbox and PC's Xbox.
Jesus. It looks so bad.
Xbox with PC and PC's Xbox, yeah.
Because, I mean, this is promotional footage. So if the promotional footage looks bad, you can imagine that the game's gonna be worse.
Oh yeah, but
damn. I see a lot of frame drops. I see a lot of screen tearing. They're giving some sort of illusion that it's multiplayer, but I don't think it is at all. This game looks way too bad to even incorporate any type of a server. Say coming soon. Hero Games. That's what happens when you don't have no games, bro. You gotta show off shit like that. That's what happened when you got no games. Wow.
Yeah, why you gotta kick them out when they're down?
Because they suck. That's why. PlayStation fucking promoting Madden too. God fucking damn it.
Well,
fuck.
What did you expect?
They should be fucking promoting the new Helldivers or some shit like that. God damn. The fuck is that?
You know, so you don't.
Goodness.
Bro, Sony doesn't even promote their
I don't
own-
understand.
their own
Why promote a
stuff.
game that everybody's already got to buy anyway? You see what I'm saying? They're going to buy it. It's a household name. You don't need to remind them that it exists.
Yeah, but you also. Yeah, I don't know, bro.
Yeah, exactly. You can't make no excuse.
I don't know.
Now, I will say this. Now, and I've never seen
this.
I haven't seen this from PlayStation in 14 days. So I'm going to keep scrolling to see if at the 14-day mark that they do it. But I don't think they did it. So, PlayStation posted the newest Monster Hunter trailer. Never mind. They did. 12 days ago, they posted basic mechanics trailer for Monster Hunter, Great Sword, and Focus Mode. They posted those on PlayStation. So, PlayStation has posted those Monster Hunter videos, but Xbox has not. So, that's saying something.
Well, we can understand why.
Yeah, it definitely looks like PlayStation would get that marketing deal.
It doesn't really make any sense. Hold on.
Damn, bro. That's gonna be. That's just when you think about it. That's gonna be some very interesting thing. Monster Hunter sold very well on PS4. I want to go get this last bit of info before we get up out of here. Monster Hunter World outsold Xbox version. Oh shit. PS4 version of Monster Hunter World outsold the Xbox One version. Trying to see if I know it happened a long time ago, but maybe somewhere. Maybe. There we go. 2018. Here we go. That's what we're looking for. Monster Hunter World, PS4, PS versus comparison performance test. No, we're not looking for that. Okay, that's our time for today. I just want to go do one more test for Monster Hunter. I really wish more websites would do comparisons, but they're not doing it. Rooster Fight. I'm not gonna look at that. Monster Hunter World.
You know, research is a thing of the past. Information is a commodity.
Yeah, I know, right? It would be nice to like know, like, hey, which version sold the most, and actually have it documented instead of that information not being available and fanboys just fucking lying, and then nobody knows the truth.
And being stupid.
And being stupid, obviously. The PlayStation version was better. Yep, I'm looking at it right now. The PlayStation 4 version was better than the Xbox. Yep. Yeah, the PlayStation version was way better. Yeah, it's not. It's so blurry on Xbox. Yeah, that makes sense. I would imagine that the Xbox, the Monster Hunter Wild is gonna look even worse because you have a real next generation Monster Hunter game, and you have to have that shit running on the Xbox Series S. So I would imagine that it's gonna run like dog shit on Xbox Series S, and then with the bottlenecks on the Xbox Series X, there'll be some inconsistencies when it comes to performance. And not to mention what happens when the Pro comes out.
That's a different one. That's a different story.
Yeah. Shit about to be crazy. So even when they started doing comparisons between PS4 Pro and Xbox One X, PS4 Pro was coming out on top.
Ain't that funny? Ain't that funny though?
Again, you just gotta love it, bro, because even when they try to like get a leg up and do more powerful stuff, it's how you make the console. It's like, oh, power. It's like, but nah, bro, how do you make it, bro? Like, it's the way you make the console that makes it better. And the Xbox consoles don't ever seem to really have secret sauce. They just think that they can power through, and that's their answer. And that's not gonna keep working for when you're going up against PlayStation.
They don't know that. They look at it as a always going to be a W.
So there was extra foliage on the PS4 Pro version, and it was missing details on the Xbox One X version. So again, even with the Xbox One X, they still got the fucking Xbox One version of the game. It just updated some shit. But it's still the Xbox One version, and the system wasn't doing shit. It wasn't doing better. Oh my god, you gotta love it, bro. Yeah, I think with that we can end this stream. It's for a fact that the PS4 version outsold the Xbox version. I will also say that in Japan, Monster Hunter World was exclusive to PlayStation 4. It did not release on Xbox in Japan. I would assume that may happen again with Xbox with Monster Hunter Wilds. But there are lots and lots of fans of Monster Hunter. So it's going to be very interesting to see what goes on. Man, Monster Hunter really has came a long way though. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I was playing that shit in 2006. That's when I started playing. I got it as a graduation gift from my mother for the PSP. And ever since 2006, I've just been a big, huge fan of Monster Hunter, bro. I was so happy when they brought it back to PlayStation in 2018. That shit was like really, really good. Well, guys, that's a wrap. Thank you guys for being here. I will see you guys Wednesday night. We're not only going to cover the opening night live. We're also going to cover the Xbox event, and we're going to do it Wednesday night so that we can have all the information and we can gather and review all the trailers and stuff without any of the additional ads and music entertainment that Jeff Keighley's going to add into his event. So I think that's the best way to do it this time around this year, because I can't, like, we know it's going to be disappointing, so I'm not going to even hype myself up to believe that he got to do something different. Okay, that's it, everybody. Have a good night. Have a great rest of your Sunday, and I will see you guys on Wednesday. Yep, it's been real.